Hello, everybody out there around the world. We are back, and we are back in a big way. We got the Esports Fight League Exhibition 4. Wow, I barely got through that one. And we are joined by the #2 ranked player in the world on my competitive report, and that is Romero17. He is here to do some commentary. What's going on, man? How you doing? Are you excited?
Dude, I'm really excited. I think the last few cards have shown a lot of good variance and competition and styles, much more than UFC 5. And we got my boy PapaDoc headlining the card against a guy who competed at the ESFL Live event in Trickzzy. And throughout the card, there's a couple of good names, a couple of new names, and I just want to see how a lot of these matchups play out, and I'm excited to watch the end of my seat right here.
Yeah, for sure. We got, the players have had about a week if you got the pre-order, but now the game's been released. So, these competitors have actually had some experience to make some adjustments. And we have such a stacked card here today, guys. All you guys on YouTube, everybody on Twitch, welcome. Hope you guys are ready for a jam-packed show. And just to remind everybody, make sure you go check out that YouTube, because you can get a lot of information on the Discord. You could join and see all of our past events. It is a beautiful thing over there if you want to get some history. But Romero, as we get into this card, we have so many good fighters. Are there any sleeper fights, any fights you're excited for, or are you just excited for the whole thing?
The whole thing looks great, but I gotta shout out El Dominicano, El K1 Jody BJJ. I gotta shout out my boy, fellow Dominican. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He loves the game. He's taking on Basic today, so I'm looking forward to see how well Jody does today. I love guys that compete in real life and they also play the game, and watching to see how they translate however their thought processes into the game. We got Versatile versus Joe Goldberg, aka Oath Kex. That's another sleeper matchup. Those guys love to bang. Peyton versus World Life. These two guys. Peyton, I'm pretty sure he's a former champion, right? He was former champion, or at least like a top 3 guy. He's beating guys like Ray Hand. He's beating guys like MTJ. He's top 10 all time in events, and he's a pleasure to watch. World Life, he's had some pretty good upsets, and also he's beaten Peyton's teammate Anza twice. So you can imagine that Peyton's going to be looking to try and get some revenge over World Life. We got Spill making a long and lengthy return back against BK Crow. Pryoxis is taking on MellowCoffee, who hosted the Mellow MMA card. Muay Thai Jesus versus DirrtyDave. The co-main event looks so freaking good. And then my boy PapaDoc taking on Trickzzy in the main event.
Yeah, it's going to be an amazing card. We got Pryoxis, Mellows. We got some big names. I can't wait to see that main event. But yeah, if you guys want to get involved and get your shot to get in the Esports Fight League, go into the Discord. We got a little league. We got the bot that you can sign up for, and sign-up sheet is up there. If you want to get involved in the Discord and join ESFL or just fight to try to compete your way to the top, we actually have our own MMR in development right now with our sweet Luber bot. So yeah, get involved, guys. But it looks like we might be ready, Romero, and those of you watching around the world, for this first fight. And Romero, I'll get you to break this one down. Looks like we have EK Declan taking on Cerberus in our first welterweight bout.
So Declan, the good Scotsman himself, he's very, very solid. I've seen him play, he has his highs and lows, but he's always been able to put it on the line and give the people a show that they want to see. He has a bit of a specialty towards like the lead uppercut combinations, especially if he's able to double set it up. He is, however, kind of weak when it comes to the ground game. And Cerberus, I don't know anything about Cerberus. Maybe I've seen him play before. Maybe this is a different alt account. We don't know if he's going to be a striker. We don't know if he's going to be a grappler, but he is locking in right here, and we're going to be in for a good show.
Yes, we are. Okay, here we go. So it looks like Declan is in the red, Cerberus is in the blue, and the names are going to be hard to match up, but okay. How about these picks?
Actually, I think Declan is in the blue corner. He's using Nate Diaz. That's EK Scotland is his name. Big J, I believe, is Cerberus. Going with, remember the name, Bilal Muhammad. Immediately, Scotland, Mr. Declan, is leaning off the 1-2. Notice that lateral movement, and he's punishing every single time that Cerberus steps into range, Rob.
That's right. Ooh, a big head kick there. Rocks EK Declan with Nate Diaz. He's trying to put that pressure on. Maybe gonna elect to go for a takedown here, but right now just using that boxing from Nate Diaz. And what do you think is the key as a Nate Diaz player going against a Bilal Muhammad, who does have that wrestling?
So the good thing about Nate Diaz versus Bilal Muhammad is that even though he gets taken down here, Bilal Muhammad does not have too many submissions in the top position outside of the arm triangle and rear naked choke. Nate Diaz, however, has a lot of options off of his back. If he can get into the rubber guard position and stall out from there and set up some transitions, he'll be on for a good start. He should try to roll the full guard from here, but Bilal Muhammad's in a solid shot as he gets a full guard denial, Rob.
Yeah, he's controlling him right now. And this position is kind of scary in this game. It's hard for me to defend. And that's with some big shots there, Romero. And he's going to feel those. A little head health being dwindled away as Cerebus on top controlling EK Declan. EK Declan trying his best to, find his way out of here. But it's a full mount position. He's able to get up. Good news for EK Declan.
Yeah, he uses the power transition to get up. I see that Nate Diaz has the Philly shot. I don't think he's supposed to have that, but he's back to working and popping the jab. Does a good job of getting up. Oh, and he punishes there, and now Cerberus is making a mistake. A lot of players, they disregard their head health on these trades and exchanges. Even though it's Nate Diaz and doesn't have that much power, neither does Bilal Muhammad. And recovery is in the favor of Nate Diaz as Declan fires off a head kick. So he can try to steal this round back if he gets a rock.
So you think it'd be a lot more intelligent for these players to let their head health fully develop or fully recharge after they're hit by some big shots before they engage again?
It's usually better right there. You see, he's staying in the pocket, so he's taking some increased damage, and this game scores damage. A lot of times, people don't understand that as your head health gets lower, you're taking more damage to the long-term head health. And Cerberus, he's walking him down. He's no longer shooting. He should really look to shoot to set up his hands. But now, slowly but surely, there's a shot from Cerberus. It's almost like he's listening to the commentary, and he gets down EK Scotland.
He's taking your pro level advice and on the ground now, but this time it's EK Declan trying to get back up, and he does a good job getting back up. And this is a position a lot of players struggle with when a player has their back, but I don't think Nate Diaz has too many good wrestling takedowns from that position.
Nice little counter from Mr. Cerberus. I think it would have served him best to try to go for the rear naked choke. You really want to finish the round strong, especially in a close round. Bilal Muhammad does have a good head health advantage overall in the long term, but ever so slight. This is the end of the round, and what did I say? He stays in the pocket too long. Now, Declan, you already won the round, and he counters at the end of the round, so look at that. Huge mistake from Cerberus. Declan able to get 2 counters, gets a pull counter at the end of the round. The first one is countering, sitting down, planning and throwing his shots, and he's able to solidify that round, Rob.
Yeah, and you called that earlier. You were like, hey, man, you got to get out of that pocket. You're taking too much damage. And then, that's indicative of what just happened right there. Big J taking big shots. But, Romero, I have a question for you. Is the head health damage the most important factor, or is all the damage equal in the judges' criteria?
I mean, it really depends on what your moveset is. Some guys have heavy shots, they have fast shots, efficient shots, and long shots. And the move level will determine the amount of damage you do on vulnerability. So if you're kicking legs with Nate Diaz, you're not going to do as much damage, even though that can still add up and score. But his 1s and 2s, his lead hooks and everything, they score really well. And if I'm Cerberus right now, you are lost. Oh, you've lost that first round in a big way. Declan gets another knockdown, and it's not looking good for Cerberus.
That's right. Declan is starting to find his rhythm. He's flowing. Now he's on top stack our position. Romero, he's throwing some big bombs, but it is Cerberus able to relieve some of that pressure by slipping that straight shot. Back to the feet we go.
All right, so here's the situation now for Cerberus. Remember what I said about Bilal Muhammad? He does not have too many submissions. Right now, the only way for Cerberus to really bring the round back in his favor, he's got to at least lock in 2 subs. Nate's submission defense is extremely high, and it can be very difficult to try to sub him, but you got to be able to try to put him in danger. Get 2 subs in. Try to get some ground and pound down and mount. He's able to take him down. If I'm him, you go transition the mount right away. Don't let him rest. Gets a good solid denial. And he's back to work on top, but here we go back in the sprawl position.
Here we go, and it's EK Declan maybe faking that bottom position. A lot of players like to do that. This one was denied there, but there's the submission. No, defends it. EK Declan on his flicking game, trying to grab that leg. And what is he doing here, Romero? Why does he keep grabbing that leg as Cerberus switches to his backside? Ooh, he's going to flatten him out.
He's going for the undeniable into kind of to stop him from ripping on his body. Activates the flow state for Bilal Muhammad, but some good defense from Declan. Some damage lands here. Super important for Cerberus to really start to wear on him. That head health is getting extremely low. The block is getting pounded, and he dodges the elbow last second.
Yeah,
and now he's
Cerebus
starting to get to work in half guard. Oh, he's about to finish.
Oh my goodness. That's unexpected. I guess the head health was low, huh? What happened right there, Romero?
So, in that moment when he landed that damage in the mount, remember what I said about paying attention to your head health. Whenever my head health is that low, my P's and Q's are in posture up or my opponent going back to mount. He was able to posture. He saw the opportunity to keep firing those shots, and that cut resistance from Nate, the damage that he takes from those cuts, that 20% damage boost, made it really, really dang. And to think that first round started out so well, but hey, Cerberus made the adjustment. He takes the fight down to the ground, focuses on the ground and pound, and is able to get a nice comeback victory over EK Declan.
Yeah, and we were a little nervous for Cerebus because he was getting cracked in that first round. As the round concluded, a couple good uppercut combinations sat him down, but he was able to use that Bilal Muhammad ground and pound, his grappling. And you said that the Nate Diaz injury, the 20% damage buff, that's actually some insightful information. Romero, for all those players at home, if you are in the position of Nate Diaz and you're trying to defend underneath mount, what is your strategy there? Like, are you blocking? Are you like hooking? Are you just reacting to the shots coming your way? What's the secret?
You gotta try to alternate. You gotta alternate between the blocking and slipping, and if you escape mount, recover guard. It's gonna be hard for you to straight get up out of like half guard, but you gotta try to slow down the person on top, especially when your head health is low. So there would have transitioned right away the full guard. Like, don't let him get a chance to work and posture back up, or at least try to get the denial. But hey, a great victory for Cerberus. Takes the fight down to the ground, gets the ground and pound off, doesn't need any subs, but I'm sure we'll see Declan back again. That was a great fight to kick off the card.
And that's a huge win because Drake has been on fire in the scene, 2-0. He beat Yair. So Yair,
Drake is up right now. Drake is up right now, brother.
He's up, right? Yeah. Oh, my bad. Yeah, Declan. I got confused between the two. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Romero. But yeah, that's our next fight coming up is a couple of studs. Drake UFC, who I just confused there. He is 2-0, and he's going to be fighting an unknown that's trying to prove himself, that worked his way up through the Discord, which you guys can all join in if you'd like to compete in the ESFL. But let's go ahead and get into this next middleweight fight here, Romero. Talk about these picks and talk about these players.
I mean, everybody knows Senor Chama. Chama no Chama. And Chama has the Tiger Flow perk. And for some reason, you know, other fighters have this Tiger Flow perk, but they just don't hit the same with Alex. I mean, he has 100 punch power, level 5 hooks. And Alex Pereira captured his own animations for his game, went to the EA studio. Not only did he capture it, he also hit the heavy bag. Like, there was a dev taking kicks from Alex to capture his animation. So
wow,
the body hooks and hooks actually like are really hard to see. Adesanya works to be a good counter, but you know that 100 power is going to be looming in the background of his mind. The chin is a 96 for Alex. The chin, it's not the prime Adesanya. They didn't update his stats, so his chin's a 92 versus 100 power Alex. And Charlie's going to have the performance of his life if he's going to try to take out Mr. Chama, Alex Pereira.
Yeah, Alex Pereira feels like a damn Russian tiger tank out there. He takes so much damage. He launches bombs. It's a German tiger tank. My bad. And Romero's like, what the heck? Here we go.
A Brazilian one. But look to Drake. He's landing that calf kick. You see that nice little animation that Alex has. Nice, beautiful uppercut. But Charlie's doing a good job. If you're Adesanya, you don't want to back straight up. You want to keep circling. And he's doing a good job circling to the outside of Alex's lead leg. He's landing some good short counters. He's not getting too greedy. And Drake is hesitating a little bit here, Rob.
Yeah, he's trying to find his rhythm. He's eating some kicks, and he's really giving Charlie some space to open up that nice little uppercut to the body as we have a little bit of some buffering here. But yeah, so talk about these Alex Pereira body shots, man. Why are they so sneaky? They land 3, and you're pretty much out of there.
Yeah, those body shots, the way Alex throws them, he doesn't level change with them. The animation starts, it's super similar to like the head hook. So you can go, okay, he's going low, and then boom, he racks you up top. And right there, you see that sneaky lead hook from Alex. That's where it starts to build. You don't want to get backed up in the back line. Notice that Charlie, as he gets backed up, he stands his ground. He starts to fire back, and he is winning currently in the head off exchanges, but a nice head kick starts to build up the flow meter, and you guys know that flow meter for Alex, it starts to get dicey, brother.
very dicey, and it's very scary to fight an Alex Pereira player because you feel like you're fighting so well, you're fighting perfect, and then one of those shots, an uppercut, a left hook, anything, and then it's like you're stunned, you're wobbled, and he's starting to get that momentum.
Ooh, almost gets uppercutted off the counter there. Good awareness there. That head kick. Oh, it's so sneaky because they removed that where you inputted a head kick in like the pocket where it turned into a body kick. Now guys can choose to opt to throw that head kick up close. Nice combination from Charlie. Charlie's on fire, Rob. He's on fire.
He's flowing right now. He's taking that center. Nice elbow there. Combinations flying. He's winning the stamina advantage. You see another lead body kick. Drake trying to throw that beautiful calf kick that Alex Pereira possesses. And what is the difference between the calf kick and the full leg kick in this game?
So the calf kick, it does less damage, but it can be a little bit sneakier to land. It takes a little bit less, or a little bit more to try to get a leg health event. If it gets checked, you know, you probably have to get checked about 4 to 5 times if you have a fighter with a good amount of leg health. The regular leg kick, it does a lot more damage, but those checks can be very punishing, so you really got to sneak those in. If you guys haven't used Aldo in bantamweight, he has the best leg kicks. They got his animations from his fight against Ayman Zahabi. Little fun fact there. But a good round for Charlie. He's up in both body and head health. And Drake is throwing up that head kick, trying to catch it. It lands. 4 seconds left. Charlie does not need to stay in that pocket, but he counters beautifully. That first round goes to Charlie.
Beautiful stuff by Charlie, standing his ground, throwing good combinations, not taking too much damage from Alex Pereira. And what do you think does Alex Pereira need to do here, Romero? What does he need to do to get this fight back in his favor?
He needs to establish a double threat. There's a lot of slips right there. Immediately, as I say, a slip counter attempt. Alex's weapon, those left hooks, it's set up by his lower body attacks. There's a lead body kick that sets up the upper body attack. Now, if he goes into that calf kick and he starts targeting Charlie as he's slipping and moving his head, you can start to play off of that. But he whips a big kick. Charlie off the counter lands that lead high kick. And now Drake is backing up. The 2-0 record is on the line, Rob.
Yeah, it is. And Charlie is making a name for himself, a newcomer to the scene. And he's taking out one of the best players in the competitive scene right now, Drake UFC, who's done so well, 2-0. But he is landing shots, standing right in his face, Romero, and he is not afraid, and he's letting it fly. Both guys have their flow state. When is a good time to use it? What's the rhythm there?
So, Alex, I mean, that buff to those body hooks, it can change the fight right now. We saw that happen. Ooh, the damage. Woo-hoo. We saw that happen with Suave Jamie versus EK Warrior. Jamie was on fire, and EK Warrior popped that flow state with Ilia Topuria. Changed the whole dynamic of the fight. So if I'm Drake UFC, if I can get him behind that black line, I'm going to pop the flow state there. Conversely, the Spectre perk for Israel Adesanya buffs your head movement counters. So it can work to try to pull counter, attack the body. So whoever pops who's first, I think they're just waiting to see who activates theirs first. This is a good round so far, though, for Charlie still. I mean, both of these guys, Drake has been kind of came onto the scene around the end phase of UFC 5. Charlie, I don't know if he played UFC 5, but he can jab, uppercut, hook. Oh my lord, I think Charlie's been around longer than he lets on. And there's the flow state pop. But look, the heavy shots of Alex are taxing his stamina. And it's not looking too good, Rob.
Oh, big shot, bang, drops down Drake. Drake now has a recovery. This is sort of a new animation in the game, but on top, this is so hard to stop. This position, it could be all over. Charlie finishes him, bang, 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 and it's all over. Charlie takes out the dangerous Drake UFC here in his debut. Romero, are you impressed?
I am. That's a lot of poise for your debut. I mean, I gotta see. I'm pretty sure this guy may have competed in somewhere else. Maybe he's been in the feeder league or something, because that type of poise, that type of composure is super, super clean. Did some beautiful work with Adesanya, especially once he got to the fence. Lands that uppercut, lands that shot right when they're by the fence, and unable to initiate the Granby roll with Alex on the side. And yeah, man, Charlie, wonderful performance. I'm sure Drake will be back with a vengeance in his next ESFL fight. But tonight, the night goes to Charlie.
Yes, Charlie gets his win, and you could tell he's put a lot of work in there. His ESFL jitters were handled valiantly. He didn't look nervous at all. He was out there, and he was letting it fly, standing his ground against a dangerous Drake's Alex Pereira. But there you go, guys. Number 2 in the books. And hope you guys are having a good time, because I know I am. We're getting some good information. We're learning on the job with Romero here, an expert in the game. But as we cruise through this card, we're going to go ahead and go to fight number 3. And that is going to be the dangerous, the one and only, the Keza, versus another player who is making his debut tonight. So can he do the same thing that Charlie did? We're about to find out as we get into that fight in the welterweight division. Romero, let's talk about these picks and let's talk about these fighters.
I mean, Keza, a bit of a troll in the ESFL Discord, but don't be fooled. That man likes to be a patient pressure striker. He has a good finishing win rate, you know, alternated wins and losses, but he has some pretty good wins, especially his win over Leaks in B129. But I'm trying to see, is he going Makhachev? Is he Makhachev? The kickboxer going Makhachev. Interesting. And other than the usual Night Slayer, I don't know too much about him. You know, he's a debutant. So we're going to see if he's going to be able to pull off what would be considered an upset, Rob.
Let's check it out. Keza Islam Makhachev, legit Leon Edwards. And Makhachev's got some good kickboxing in this game, right, Romero? He's got some hands. He's got some kicks.
Yeah, that fight against Alexander Volkanovski, his fight against Rivera, his fight against JDM, beautiful calf kicks, beautiful counters. You want to keep your combination simple with Makhachev. He has some pretty clean animations. There's that head kick that knocked out my boy Volk. And the good thing about Makhachev is that because if you pick him, you automatically have that threat behind the opponent's mind. Like, oh man, he's going to try to grapple me. So they're going to be alternating the L2R2, but Kez is getting a little bit reckless. Leon Edwards, a sniper, a patient striker. They're trading. Leon lost that trade. I think somebody may concede a knockdown within the next minute or so, Rob.
Ooh, we're about to find out. They are in the center. They are trading combinations. There's a big one there from Keza landing shots, and he's got that eye injury. So that's going to be even more damage, but it legit's like, nah, I'm going to stand my ground, and I'm just going to keep throwing and keep trying to move my head and trying to find Islam's dome.
Yeah, legit Slayer is not fighting like Leon Edwards. This whole thing with the flow state, when you're building that flow state, I said a knockdown was going to come. That's a big rock. It's getting close to there. Leon thrives off of sniping with his long kicks, getting his calf kicks off, trying to set up those body kicks before firing off a head kick. And he's doing the exact opposite of that. He's taking turns, going knockdown for going strike for strike with Keza. And that's not the way to move Leon Edwards. Is now he takes a comfortable lead in the first round as he gets another rock. And what did I say? Within the minute, a knockdown.
You are predicting everything in this card. Have you already seen this event? Are you in a different multiverse, Romero? But right now, it's just Keza just on fire, ladies and gentlemen. He's already connected. He's rocked him. And for some reason, legit is just deciding to stand right inside of his pocket and box with him with Leon Rocky Edwards. And he's getting smoked right now.
Yeah, this is a common mistake. I've mentioned it in my counter-striking video where players, they feel like they got to get one back every single time they get hit. And that's just not the strategy with Leon. It would serve him to not focus on trying to get the round back. Rather, you want to focus on changing the narrative. Look, he's already going to have that full-on confidence. Circle, save your health. Keza almost overthrew, would have given legit Slayer an opportunity, but take your time. You got a minute left. Get a little bit of damage off. Should have backed up, and yeah.
Down he goes, and that's a first-round finish for Keza. Huge with Islam Makhachev just let his hands fly, and yeah, as you talked about, Romero, it's so important in this game, especially in UFC 6, to really fight like your fighter fights in real life. Not only to get those flow boosts, but you got the moves and the perks and everything situated in your favor. But he just decided to go out there and box, and he paid the ultimate price. Keza made him pay with Islam Makhachev. What a fight, Romero. What a fight.
Yeah, the patience was there in the pocket. It wasn't, sometimes people confuse patience with passivity. He was pressured. He threw a couple shots. He made a read on what his opponent was doing. Kept landing. Noticed that he kept winning those trades. And so he's like, I don't even have to really wrestle this guy. He's already thinking that I'm wrestling. And he's able to get the knockdown. Legit Slayer, ESFL debut. It's understandable to have the jitters, but he can go back in the lab, take a little bit of work, maybe watch some Leon Edwards film, and then really try to channel that the next time he tries to use them.
Thick analysts. I love having you here, Romero, because you just teach me. I'm sure you're teaching everybody as we go. It's almost like we're watching one of your YouTube videos, but it's live. An amazing opportunity here for all of us. But yeah, I mean, this next fight is delayed. We were gonna go to Basic versus Jody, but we're gonna be skipping over, guys, to BK Goat versus EK Kappa. So looks like
BK versus
Goat,
EK.
the Burger King Goat. Have you heard? Have you heard of these two? You got the EK camp as well. BK versus EK. Is there some rivalry there?
BK versus Burger King versus the Elite Kings. Okay. So
is there some beef there?
I don't know. They might be. A little bit of sauce right there. Goat of MMA. He was known as a UFC 5 ranked demon. Like, he can pull out wins against guys like myself and go 10-9, but he can also lose against guys like, some random dude on ranked championships. Those ranked demons, they can be really tough if they catch you off guard. They all have like a preset type of tendency to throw specific shots, but UFC 5 was more gaming meta heavy. In UFC 6, it's proven that's not always going to be the case. He's trying to rebound off of a loss against MellowCoffee, and EK trying to, start off with some good wins, maybe trying to avenge that first fight loss for EK Declan, and we get off with BK versus DK Kappa, probably a fan of Polo G against Goat of MMA.
And right away, you're seeing Kappa grabbing that leg, and this is a different Leon Edwards. We'll see how Goat decides to fight him. Already using that lead body kick, and that is very dangerous in UFC 6, huh, Romero?
Yeah, I'm already liking the change. Like, smart players that can play both a gaming meta and understand consequences with certain metas. He's understanding, hey, Leon Edwards has a level 4 lead body kick. Let me fight that off, but a nice counter from Mr. Kappa catches that kick again. He's going to start gaining a lot of damage off the block. Kappa's finding some really, really quality meta combinations off the lead hook. Body upper, tries to shoot with Leon, and that's not a good sign if you got Go to MMA shooting with Leon, Rob.
Yeah, well, it's maybe you can enlighten us and everybody around the world, Romero. What do you do when you fight against a dangerous Conor McGregor? Because it seems like his power, his speed, his accuracy is almost a little overwhelming for a lot of us as Goat lands a beautiful kick.
Much like before, you don't trade with him, you try to time him. If you're trying to trade speed for speed, especially while he has 100 power, because for some reason, EA Sports decided to make the welterweight version of Conor the prime version that should be in lightweights, and it shouldn't. This one has 100 power, so you still got to be very, very careful. But I think Goat of MMA, he understands the role that he's playing. Rocky Edwards, not necessarily the best puncher, but he's a sniper. Nice pull counter, though, from Kappa. Has to get off the fence, fire back some offense. Beautiful parry from Goat of MMA to avoid the damage, but now some offset tempo shots. Tries to shot. I don't know if Leon Edwards has the turn that he's looking for there, Rob, because he's getting punished with those knees, and I hate that position.
He really is, and it looks like Kappa has taken control of the octagon, and he's doing a lot of, there it was, but no, the deny. Kappa's got his takedown defense on point right now. And how devastating are these knees in the clinch when he defends?
I mean, it's not a position that happens often in real life in the first place, so it shouldn't be so prevalent, but those knees, they build up over time. And an issue there that I just noticed, I don't think anybody else just noticed. He defended that takedown, didn't lose any stamina, but Goat of MMA just gets rocked, caught with his short-term stamina low, and he is now put in a precarious position. Leon Edwards does not have too many submissions. Leon Edwards does not have crazy punch power. He's going to have to pull one out the fire and land that big. He's going to have to land something big, because losing the lead to Conor McGregor on UFC 6, no bueno, Rob.
Yeah, no bueno at all. I'm sure we've all been there before, and Kappa is in cruise control. He is on fire. He's feeling himself, and he has come prepared against Goat of MMA. And like you said, he can beat the best players in the world, but sometimes maybe his performances aren't always on point. And right now, he's got a dangerous Conor in front of him, cutting off the cage. He's right in front of him, throwing heat. There's that lead hook. He's trying his best to keep him off, but it just seems like he can't get this guy off of him.
Yeah, and that's the difference between, like, ranked championships. You can be on the floor for like a good hours of the day. A ghost hit just landed there. That head kick should not have landed. But it's one thing competing in ranked championships. It's another thing competing when the lights are on. So huge round for Mr. Kappa. I might call him Polo G. I think he's a fan of Polo G, that name Kappa. But Goat of MMA has to establish something now. He has to stab with some front kicks. He needs to stab with some short shots. He has to evade. He doesn't have to counter every single time. There's a nice stabbing lead body front kick. So back to that strategy. Get back to circling. Throws a body kick in the pocket, and he's not watching his head off. I think there's a bit of panic there, Rob.
It looks like it. And finally, maybe that panic can be alleviated. Gets the takedown. He needs to hold him here. Interesting position. What happened there, Romero?
That up transition. So essentially what Goat of MMA tried to do was transition in the middle of that sprawl transition. And what that's going to do is, if you have necessary wrestling levels and a good stamina advantage, you might be able to win that and cut on over the mount. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case for Mr. Leon Edwards here. And Conor McGregor gets the side control reversal, catches him off guard. And look, Kapalot is not going to just, I'll just get back up to the feet. He's like, you know what? I'll get some control time. I'll land some shots here. Conor McGregor has some good ground and pound shots, because you know when he knocks somebody down and he follow up, they go out. And he goes into mount, Rob.
Uh-oh, here comes the double barrel shotgun bombs that you were talking about. And this is the new seated cage position that a lot of players are trying to figure out. You can't deny here, and he does get the deny on that up. It looked like, no, it was from the bottom. Beautiful stuff.
That's nice. He gets the wizard, and he's able to get the reversal and press him up. So every player that's remotely competitive, they all tend to go up for that sprawl transition in the middle. The reason why that transition is fast is because the guy on bottom is coming up with an underhook, but he's not trying to follow through with the actual wrestling reversal. You know, he's not trying to actually flip him over to full guard.
Right.
He's not trying to get over and, you know, knee tap him and take him over. What it would serve Goat of MMA to do really well, you know he's going for it. Leon Edwards has a darts. L2, R2 and up sets up a sub counter. You get that sub counter, that changes the narrative, but he gets on over the mount, Rob.
Here we go. Finally, Goat of MMA starting to chip away back into this fight. Maybe is he going to get that arm triangle? No, he doesn't. And another deny on the left side here, Romero. He's trying so hard to get it, but Kapalot's got A1 defense from the bottom here.
Yeah, so this is the better option here. I mean, if I'm him right now, you got a minute left. Damage is going to be your friend, because if you get the damage, and we saw it with Bilal versus Nate Diaz, that damage can be tricky. He's unable to get the denial, but this may help kind of err things in Goat of MMA's favor. Now that we have about 50 seconds left, if he's able to get back to mount and he's able to get a submission attempt, you know, it's leaning that direction. But we're in round 2, land some good shots in the ground and pound. Look how smart he is. Look at the body health. Look at the body health of Conor McGregor. That's going to make this round 3 very interesting if Goat of MMA is able to stay composed here.
Yeah, and he's been landing that lead body kick, and there it is again. And he knows that he's got Conor's body. Hurts a great point. And already you're kind of seeing a new surge of confidence over Goat of MMA as we conclude round number 2.
So, yeah. So here's the thing. If I'm Goat of MMA, right, I think he won that second round. EA judging can be weird, but I think it's pretty clear he won that second round. It's 1-1. Knockdown has been conceded. Conor's health is at a point where if he gets rocked and he gets hit by 2 or 3 clean body shots, there might be a flash KO. We'll see how this turns out as we get heated up in round 3. Tries to go for the flow state body kick. Lands the knee to attack the block. Kapalot trying to fire off a lead kick himself. Pressure with the punches, Rob. And what are you seeing so far? And he throws a head kick.
Oh, watch out for that one. Almost got a nuclear Conor McGregor bomb dropped on his head. And yeah, I think you're right. I think he's got to be careful. It looks like Goat's going to have to go to that body, but Kapalot's going to come for that kill. But I think Goat does have enough head health to stay, you know, pretty safe here. This is a great fight between 2 hungry competitors, and I cannot wait. And Conor McGregor, what is his flow state? Is it the left hand? Is it the straight? What does he pack? Do you know?
Yeah, his flow state is the stinger. So straight punches deal more damage, and they're better at causing health events. It's a 30% boost to damage if you have that flow state. So his cross is level 5. It's a heavy cross. If you land a slip counter in his flow state, more likely than not, they may be going to sleep.
100%. It's like the NyQuil shot. But right now it's Kappa. Ooh, they're exchanging. Left hook. Oh, Goat's starting to flow a little bit here.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you notice, the stamina drain. Oh, the block counter opportunity there. The stamina drain when you're trying to pull on pull, it's a lot more than it was on 4 and 5. Tries to shoot a takedown. He's doing too much of, all right, I'm striking, then I'm wrestling. He's not blending it together, and that's why Kapalot's getting off these shots. And he's not able to get the turn, and this is not good for Goat of MMA. He needs to get damage off right now. I think it's a little bit too late for the wrestling, because I think Kapalot's going to end up taking this round with the way it's going tit for tat. There's a clinch attempt now, Rob.
Try to grab that clinch. He's trying to figure out how to keep Camelot off him. Ooh, a couple of good shots. Lands that uppercut cleanly. This time he chains it well. Like you said, you are coaching these guys, Romero, and gets that denial, and now he is on top with... Yep, take it away.
Oh, dude, he could have... He had the L2R2 denial there, but if he gets the side saddle... Oh, that's a neon belly fake. We can't be doing that, brother. Ooh. Jeez. Actually, I don't think that was undeniable. But we'll see. We'll take a look at it after. We'll see. I mean, this first portion of this round was all Camelot.
Uh-oh.
And portion of this round. Ooh,
is he gonna deny?
Get an escape.
Is this a pretty close round right here? Is this pretty tight or big body shots?
I think Goat of MMA is going to edge this one out. I mean, that's a good denial. I mean, those shots from Connor, but he gives up the back sitting.
Uh-oh.
If Connor goes for a sub. Oh, no, he doesn't. He has to go for damage. All right, 23 seconds left. Let's see who's going to be the smarter man here. Who's going to wait? Who's going to throw him out? He's waiting for the whiff.
Big shots by Connor.
Yeah, it's not a rock, but it's some big shots. Oh.
What a fight.
Do not skip it, gentlemen. Do not
Please don't skip it.
Ah.
They didn't. Thank goodness. All right, here we go. We love the anticipation.
All right. I mean,
what's your prediction, Romero?
It looks, I'm leaning towards Goat of MMA. I think he did enough in the ground and pound. He was landing some good quality shots. I'm leaning toward Goat of MMA. I think he got it, and he does.
Hey. There it is, and that's very good. That's a testament to his ability to face adversity, because he was not looking good in that first round, but he was able to overcome that and kind of use his takedowns and start landing some good shots. What do you think he did so well to get back into that fight?
I mean, I was saying in the commentary, I'm like, don't just go only wrestling. Don't go only wrestling. You got to mix in the headshots. Round one, he wasn't able to do that, but he's able to eke out round three with that final portion of that ground and pound, and it does him a good favor. Round one, he clearly lost round one. Connor was on fire, but he lands some good body shots, and he gets the control time, good shots on the top, and he's able to edge that one down. That's some crafty stuff, and that's why I said he has the capabilities. He has the capabilities to do really well. But yeah, that was good. That was very good. I love seeing. You can watch a guy dominate somebody, right? You can watch somebody dominate somebody, but you really see where they are when they start getting rocked and they start getting hurt, and how they're able to bounce back from that, how they're able to mitigate the damage. So really, really good, crafty win for Goat of MMA, Rob.
Congratulations, Goat. Yeah, able to keep that composure, and that's what you want from an esports fight league competitor. So BK Burger King Goat on his way. Big win over Camelot. And these fights have been very exciting so far. I hope everybody around the world on YouTube, on Twitch, has been having a good time. But let's go ahead and get to this next fight, guys. And we got Veristyle versus Joe Goldberg. And what do we know about these two as we go into the welterweight division, and these two competitors make their picks?
This might as well be called ESFL welterweight, because I swear almost all of these fights in welterweight. So Veristyle have competed against him in UFC 5. You know, he's a capable competitor. You know, he's gone back and forth with a couple guys. He can kickbox pretty decently well. He grapples when he needs to. He did get a win over V-Pain, who competed at the ESFL London event. Got a good win over Word Life, who's fighting later on this card. Joe Goldberg, 1-2 in the ESFL, but another ranked demon, Oathkex. And we're into action.
Right.
Let's see how this works.
Yes, Oathkex. I've been keeping my eye on him. He's actually making some noise in the scene right now. This would be a huge win if he was able to take out a veteran like Veristyle. But let's find out. Looks like Leon Edwards has been a popular pick, Romero. But I haven't seen too many George St. Pierre's tonight, so I'm excited to see how this one goes.
George St. Pierre has some pretty unique animations. That jab, they captured that jab from one of his fights. Obviously, he was no longer fighting by the time they got UFC 6 rolling around, but they had some pretty cool screen capture, and they got his jab, they got his 1-2, they got his Superman jab, Superman cross, spinning heel kick, front kick, and that pressure from GSP. Very smart and tactical, pressuring with position. Got him backed up against the fence, and he's able to get the low single. Now, Veristyle MMA, unable to stop the power transition into backside. And GSP, you know, he got some subs and he got some GMP, Rob.
Definitely. And he's got some sweet wrestling, and he's going to be a pain in Versatile's side if he cannot keep him off. But right now, backside position, just laying those knees, goes for that rear naked choke. The arm is in the wrong position there, but still gets it. And this is danger zone for Versatile. And he gets the denial.
That's not good, Versatile. That's not good, brother. But he gets a denial here. The GA's there. Look, and this, the best option here, if you're the guy in Versatile position, you are better off trying to race them trying to go to the armbar, rear naked choke. Oathkex doesn't go for it. Let's see if there's a little bit of buffering. But let's see.
Would you race, Romero? Let us know on the inside scoop.
Well, I mean, if you watch my match versus Zayev, I was able to hit a Granby roll to get a nice little comeback when I got knocked out by the ghost punch. That position, it's very, very tough. You kind of have to move in the direction of the punch to hit that roll. But Oathkex doing a great job of doing the GSP strat. He's like praying a little bit. He's not really conceding too much position. He's getting that GA built up. He gets to the posture. Versatile cannot be inactive off of his back. If you're just inactive and you're hoping for the ref to save you, it's not going to help you. And just as I say that, he gets active. He takes a chance, and he's able to give himself a fight back. A chance back in this fight, excuse me. Trying to land some damage, Rob.
Yeah, clean get up by Versatile. That's what you want to see from a player underneath the heavy. Oh, and a couple good shots by Versatile, starting to unload a little bit. Nice calf kick as well. A little bit of damage on Oathkex. You got to think that Oathkex is going to be looking for that takedown again. He's just standing his ground, putting that pressure like you said. But how important is it, or what's the damage when you're taking leg damage? Like, what's the negatives? Are you gonna, is your takedowns going to be a little bit less? Is your power, your speed?
Yeah, so takedowns will be a little bit harder to get as he rolls out and dude, what am I, Nostradamus today?
Yes, you are.
That was unnecessary. That was really unnecessary. You did not need that spin. You know, you can affect their footwork a bit. If they already have a high footwork stat, it's not going to do anything too crazy. But nice work. I could have went to the body instead. So close-ish round. But yeah, for the leg kicks, Leon Edwards has a good calf kick. He neutralized Colby Covington extremely well, circling, chopping at the lead leg, as we into a loading screen at the moment. But it really, really depends. I think GSP may have edged it with some of that ground and pound, but there's a good sign for Versatile if he's able to get back on that leg, keep affecting that GA, and dropping the power of GSP, Rob.
Yeah, 100%. Let's see if he's able to stay on his feet in this second round, guys. And right now it's just, both guys just back and forth. They're in and out with their footwork. There's the exchange, though. He lets it go. Then a spear takedown. That's Romero-esque right there.
Dude, that was well timed. And that's where, in real life, you throw those kicks from too up close or you throw them with no setup, you are leaving yourself susceptible to getting smacked on the jaw. And
here's that position again, Romero.
Yeah, here we go, and this is a good control position. That nice little seatbelt that he got on Leon. Yeah, he was throwing those calf kicks, got a little bit too greedy, was admiring his work too much, got punished accordingly, and it's going back to the back sitting. Hey, that's jiu-jitsu. You're going back, you're controlling with jiu-jitsu, trying to go to the arm bar. I think that contextual race would have been there, but it's been not one-way traffic for Oathkex, but the fight is starting to slip away from Versatile, Rob.
A little deja vu here for Versatile, just being put into this position again and again, and Oathkex showing he's got the full package, postured up, trying to land some shots. He was able to deny it the first time, but this time Versatile able to get back up, and this is where he needs to break free from GSP. Let's see if he can do it. Nice.
Okay, and he does. So back to short shots. You don't want to overextend against the grappler because those takedowns will open up. Ooh, gets a good uppercut. Starts to rack up the damage. I would go body. Oh, but he gets a pull counter because Oathkex overthrows. Takes the opportunity. And now we have the fight. Direction changer. Tries to go for a parry. Misreads. Gets nailed to the body. Versatile needs to stay calm and composed. You do not have to overthrow. You have already won the round with a knockdown. So be aware that now the onus is on GSP. He has to get you down. He has to do something. Now if he takes you down, unless he gets some good ground and pound off, that's not going to be enough to win the round.
Let's see if Versatile can stay patient with 1:37 on the clock. Oath desperate for some sort of rock. Another beautiful combo ended with the lead uppercut for Versatile. Starting to feel himself, starting to be in rhythm in this round number 2. Another shot lands. Blood starting to come out of the face of GSP. And it looks like it's going in Verstile's favor. Big shots, Romero.
That uppercut is serving to be a good deterrent for the takedown. Versatile just has to let his stamina recover. You gotta rock, you gotta knock down. Now you got GSP going for these 4 pieces. Make the read. He's gone 3 round shots and then ending with a straight shot. Don't have to go trade for trade. Understand you're at the advantage. Fakes the takedown, goes for an elbow. Sneaky work from Versatile with Leon Edwards, who has some pretty high level elbows. That forward double hook. Nice parry from Oath Kex. I think there's a bit of panic on Versastyle's end. Like, dude, you won the round. You don't have to, you don't gotta lunge all over. Just get that block up and land your shots. But we're in for a fight heading into round 3, Rob. And a takedown from Leon Edwards catches GSP off guard. Well done. Like Leon versus Usman, caught him off guard. Nice.
Great work by Versatile. But that pressure in round 2 from Oath, I mean, he was just standing in his face, holding that left stick towards him, or that right stick towards him, and he was just there. But you think Versatile should have used that footwork, should have got out of there, maybe some R1 pivots. He was just kind of allowing him to stand right from him and trade. But in round number 2, here we go. It is Versatile getting taken down right off the bat, and that's not what you want to do against GSP.
All right, but he does a good job of recovering back into guard. The plan is the get up. The plan is the get up. Do not worry about trying to throw up submissions. Your position is back on the feet unless you're able to get like an armbar. But a beautiful job of passing right into half guard. You know Oath Kex is going to be focusing on just slowly working that jiu-jitsu. Slowly working the pass. He's trying to get the pass, brother. That's what he's trying to do. Muito bem, muito bem. As he goes over, but now there's sprawl. Now, I believe GSP does have the guillotine counter, L2, R2, and up if he tries to go up. And that's not a good sign. Goes to backside, conceding to the wrestler. And just when you think Versatile was having a good time, getting back into the fight, Oath Kex, you know, puts his feet up on the table. And he's like, all right, hold on. Let me get that brother to slow down. You're not going to land that damage on me for free.
He's got his coffee. His feet's up on the table. He's feeling pretty comfortable in this 3rd round. On the backside position. Can he get this denied? No. Versatile again able to get up. Can he break free? He's going to drag him down with the turn, and he's unable to deny it, Romero.
Yeah, so he's been using the power transitions to get up. And that's now taxing his long-term stamina. That's why he's having a hard time denying. I can tell because of the way the short-term stamina is draining. And
yeah, he's been put here all night.
Honestly, it's good work. It's a lot of discipline from Mr. Oath Kex, but he gets a reversal. Now, if you're on top, do not rush the posture because he will deny it. He muscles modifies out. Good. 2 minutes left for Versatile. 2 minutes left to land damage on the feet and try to make sure that he can get this fight because, you know, we had some draws in that first exhibition card. This is a, you know, round 1, Oath Kex. Round 2, Versatile. Round 3, 2 minutes left. Is he going to be able to get any striking off to offset that beautiful grappling work that Oath Kex had done? Head kick. Elbow counter.
What an elbow counter. He's got his float state too, Romero, but he's not really using it. Taking a couple shots. That 1-2 he took from Oath Kex. And these guys are trying to figure out a way. Bang, bang. There's Oath Kex landing some good shots. And Leon Edwards moving his head all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah, he kind of panicked. He overthrew, much like he did. He's gonna get taken down again.
It looks like Oath Kex might be taking this round here, Romero, with that takedown, with that damage, and he gets a denial here.
Yeah, with that stamina lead on top of GSP, and dude, he should have popped his flow state, man, because you got one last round to go. He's just gonna work the clock. And I'd be very, very surprised. Oh, but he gets a reversal.
Ooh.
He gets a reversal. Is Oath Kex gonna get up? Oh, there's the flow stick. Is he?
Let's see what he does.
No. Oh my God.
Oh, watch out.
Oh, just too far. Desperation flow state there. I think we got a clear winner. I think Oath Kex is done. You know, had a scare in round 2, much like Carlos Condit versus GSP. You know, got that knockdown over GSP. And, the composure, the wrestling comes through for Versatile. Round 3, it should really go to Oath Kex, and I think he did a wonderful job with that performance.
He really did fight like GSP would fight in real life, and if he does get this win, that would be a big win because he is doing some good work in the scene right now. Let's see what Bruce Buffer has for the decision.
Busted up here. I mean, it would
he's busted up.
It would be hilarious if he got the damage off in round 1, right? They gave him that round, but nah. It's proper. This is the right call. Oath Kex, congratulations on your victory.
There it is. There's your winner, guys. GSP using his wrestling, landing some good shots, putting some pressure, getting that back sitting position so many times. Just very impressed with his grappling and his tenacity on the ground. Beats a very dangerous versatile MMA. And what a fight. What a performance. Did you enjoy that one, Romero?
Yeah, because you got to see like actual fighter advantages play out. Like he wasn't attacking too many subs with GSP. He wasn't really. He was, hey, you know what? I'm GSP. I won't control you. You overshoot, I take you down. That's it, simple. But Leon, so close to pulling that fight off. He got a little bit too eager. Was rushing, and that's what got him stunned, and that's what hurt him. If he goes back and watches the tape, he'll see what I'm talking about. That pressure that he was trying to employ just got a little bit too risky, and Oathkex was able to get the victory. But hey, now we're on to the next fight, the fight we skipped over. We got Basic, who, pressure, basic combinations, he likes to walk them down. He get a little bit like Mike Perry, fighting out of 6 cents. And then we got El Come Plátano, El K1 Jody BJJ Dominicano. Ya tú sabes, manito. We're gonna see who goes to pick. I think you already know I'm rooting for somebody here, but I gotta be locked in with my commentary once the fight starts. This is the welterweight division again. Yo, pick something else, y'all. I'm tired of this, man. It's so much welterweight. So Leon Edwards getting picked by Jody BJJ. Carlos Prates. Now, I know y'all are gonna say, why are you a 4-star? He's not really supposed to be a 4-star. A lot of these guys don't have their updated stats, but he does have his updated stats or his power. So even though he's a 4-star, he still hits like a damn truck. And we're gonna be in for, I hope, a striking showcase round.
I hope so, yeah. Carlos Prates feels so good, so much length, so much power. But Leon Edwards, a very popular pick here in the ESFL tonight. We've seen so many of those players. Let's see what Jody does with Leon Edwards, and let's see what Carlos Prates brings to the table here.
Yeah, so nice, beautiful Muay Thai combination. Does a preemptive slip after firing off the slip counter. Beautiful counter work from Jody. Notice that he's landing those shots, but just as I say that, basically like, hold on, brother. So I got the cigarettes, I got the Nutella on my side, so I'm gonna make sure I'll be throwing at you some things. But a nice counter from Jody. So he's slipping right after. It would serve Basic to do really well that every single time that Jody slips, he fires off that calf kick with Carlos Prates. He has some really, really nasty kicks in his arsenal, and it would be a disservice if you don't use them.
Very true, very true. And if you land a lot of those calf kicks, it could get the opponent to think about, hey, maybe I need to block low. Then that opens up some head damage, maybe a head kick. Basic throwing that body kick, but he gets caught. Now Jody landing some good shots. Ooh, landing some calf kicks of his own.
Nice, that's nice. Like, even though that Leon doesn't have the same level of calf kicks as Carlos Prates, he can still fire back. He's shown those calf kicks well against in a lot of his fights. And that mix-up, they're in both an open stance. Open stance means that one guy's in orthodox, other guy's in southpaw. That opens up, the cross rear head kick or cross rear body kick for both gentlemen. More so, and for the guy in southpaw, they get added liver vulnerability against the person who is in orthodox. If he lands it, a beautiful rear body kick, just as I say that from Jody BJJ, but Basic is showing he's no slouch. He's starting to find his way back into that fight, getting away from those ESFL jitters, Rob.
Definitely. He's taking the center of the octagon. He lands a nice little body hook there. He's feinting. He's thinking. He's not, stuttering too much. He's flowing pretty nicely here. Jody trying to find some sort of rhythm as he eats a beautiful head kick from Basic. Basic looks pretty good here. Yeah,
in the beginning of the round, Jody was doing a good job on some shots. Basic is now opting to go, all right, let me just go for my heavy shots as opposed to trying to go speed for speed against Leon. But Prates, he doesn't have the speed. He just has to have the combo recognition. A beautiful combination from Jody. These are some nice mix-ups, Rob.
Yeah, that was beautiful. I was like a body kick. That was a good little combination. And that's when you see the high-level players really flowing. We saw Nas doing that, just so many different kickboxing combinations. It feels like you could string so many more combinations this year together.
Yeah, I think they kind of released, they didn't fully release like that cap on certain combinations, but they definitely opened up more windows of opportunity for sure. Beautiful backstep counter from Jody to land that cross, but now both men are firing body kicks. And, it kind of gets into that situation. One guy throwing a body kick, other guy throwing a body kick. Nice calf kick from Carlos Prates. Stamina, slight advantage for Jody. Head health advantage definitely in the favor of Jody, but the lead leg of Jody is getting down. And as the round comes to a close, let's see if anything happens. No, nothing happens. I'm leaning towards Jody, but Basic is a live dog.
Yeah, this is very close. Hard to score. As you see the replays, those body kicks, both guys were just kicking the crap out of each other again and again. No submission, no takedowns, no wrestling. It's just a kickboxing delight here in the esports fight league. They're showing respect to each other. It's obviously close. Let's see how they adjust in round number 2, Romero.
Yeah, I think the body kicks are working. Stick to those body kicks. You don't have to start off right away with a head kick if you plan on it. But I think those body kicks go off tempo. Catch them in the half beat. 1-2 lands. Don't have to stay in the pocket. Beautiful slip from Jody. Body kick lands once again. He keeps firing off those body kicks. But a little mistake there. Tries to move with the slip. Gets nailed to the body. And I can see the body health is... well, it was in favor of Basic, but he lands a beautiful body teeth to kind of drop it just a tad bit. Calf kick attempt misses. Nice lead hook.
Get that calf kick. Ooh, Teepin.
Yep, Teepin gained that space. If I'm Pryoxis right now, I'm going to try to throw some more rounded shots. Jody is slipping a lot. There's that back step, and you'd want to mix in those round shots to the head and attacking the body and catching him vulnerability, because now the head health is really, really not favoring Mr. Carlos Pryoxis.
No, it's not, and I'm loving Jody's mix-ups here. He's doing a great job. He's finding that head. There's the takedown. Oh, he picks him up. He's gonna slam him. Boom! On the floor. That hurts the body a little bit right there.
That's it. That's good. I like to see that. Okay, está bueno, papi. All right. Gets a takedown. Remember, Leon Edwards, he got some takedowns in his back pocket. And it's just smart, you know. On the feet with Carlos, we saw it. Leon was taking down Carlos in that round 1, and when he got away from that in the real-life fight, the knockout happened. You don't want to get knocked out by Carlos Pryoxis. That man hits hard. And so, working like with the MMA mind, he's making sure, look, I'm going to make sure I secure this round. Round 1, kind of close, more likely in his favor. But for round 2, getting that wrestling off as a transition hangs. Pryoxis is now in the bottom and mount, Rob.
And yeah, Jody's looking on point, landing vicious body shots. Basic able to slip one of those, but the head health is not looking good. He's like, please get off me. Tries to go up, but Jody is not having any of it. He's like, no, sorry, I'm going to go to that arm triangle. But no, they're just trying so hard to fight each other off. But nope, on top still. Jody in control.
Beautiful control. Notice he didn't overthrow with the shots in the ground and pound. He doesn't need to. You got the control time. You already got a couple shots off. This round is essentially his if he's able to maintain his top control. Now, in previous iterations of the game, there was no control time for whatever reason given to the top person. The control time, I think, might have been given to the bottom person, or there was just no control time whatsoever. But now there's control time for the guy on top the way it should be. Oh, but he gets a denial. Goes for the guillotine, Rob.
The Carlos Pryoxis guillotine. Is he in trouble here? No. Races right through it. Good work by Jody.
It was a denial. He tried to be sneaky. I saw what he was trying to do. He goes for mount, trying to get it at the last second, maybe thinking Jody was going to try to deny the guillotine. But Jody, crafty, jiu-jitsu, back belt in real life. He sees transitional hook. That's it, man. He gets on top.
And he's landing some good shots here, but Basic catches that one, and that's able to roll him back over as we conclude round number 2. Jody had a huge round right there, Romero. I know you must be a little excited about that one.
Man, where my Dominican flag at, bro? I'm gonna start waving that thing around. So I think Jody is gonna be up 2. Basic is likely gonna have to go for broke. I think whether you get knocked out or you lose a decision. If you lose a decision, then you put your best effort forward. Or if you stop Jody from finishing you in some couple close exchanges, you can walk away with that with your head high. What's not going to work is if you let Jody take you down again and he's able to control you, smother you, and really sap that fight away. So I think he's down 2 rounds. Is he going to be able to pull off the upset? We're going to find out right now.
Yeah, and I would rather have nobody else than Carlos Pryoxis with that power. Bang, there it is. Jody in some trouble. He's wobbling here, but he's going to go ahead and grab the clinch.
I got to stop talking. I got to stop talking.
Keep talking.
I'm gonna say this curse, you know that
He's like, no! Are you rooting for someone here? I can't tell, Romero. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, on top, Jody.
Yeah. But Carlos Pryoxis, got a nice rock, but 4 minutes left in the round. performance left in the round. And Leon Edwards is able to get a takedown after a little scare. I said Carlos be throwing them hands on the feet, gets the backside. I think Leon, yeah, he has the threat of the darts or the back take, gets the double hooks in, does basic no defense, the basic defense from this position, because you can sit here for a bit. He gets flattened out, double hooks, getting flattened in this position.
Big shots.
Nice little shots here. And the round is starting to slip away from basic round.
Definitely Jody in control. Big shots again and again. He's found himself in this full mount position, postured up. Basic trying to, slip that left side, but no, the denial. And there is the arm bar locked in. This will be an interesting race. He doesn't have the stamina advantage though. Oh, he faked. Did he fake that?
Yeah, he faked it.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay. Oh, okay. Is he gonna get the race?
I think he's got
it. He went the wrong way. He went the wrong way. Yeah, yep. Carlos went the wrong way.
Locked it in.
Full guard, yep. And now this is huge for Jody because you got the arm bar that chips away damage against the block. You're in mount. Those shots from ground and pound are. He could get a finish right here in ground and pound round.
Let's see if he does. Basic tries to shrug him off with the up, but no, Jody again. But this time going to the arm triangle. The stamina is very even. Let's see if he throws another fake out there, but he didn't fall for it this time, Basic.
Oh, no. Yeah. That stamina drain was a bit excessive. I don't think it's intentional, but how you know I Dominican papi? Jody BJJ de lo mío, come plátano, no uno con esa mission. Yes, sir. I'm sorry. I had to. I made it clear. He's Dominican. I'm Dominican. I got to show him some love. Next time I got to see you use Waldo Cortez Acosta, all right? Let's go. But all that being said, Basic fought really well. Had a nice almost surge of a comeback with that brief rock. But Jody BJJ shows some experience, gets him down to the ground, realizes, hey, I got in that first submission. Why not try to finish the fight with the submission? Jody BJJ, it's in the name. He got that jiu-jitsu. And he takes the fight by submission in the round number 3 round.
White House.
It's a White House.
With the fireworks blasting in the air in the background. And not only does he have a black belt in real life, but it looks like he might have a black belt in the gaming life too with those submissions. He showed real control. He showed the ability to fake and take and make no mistake. And that was a dangerous opponent he had in front of him.
Sorry about that. My bad. I see you cooking in the lab. All right, brother. I see you.
Yes, sir. And there it is, another beautiful win there. And I know you're probably a little excited for some reason there, Romero, your boy. Jody, how'd you feel about that fight? How'd you feel about his performance?
My flag is somewhere here. I'm gonna find that.
Romero's looking for the flag right now. I hope you guys are all having a good time tonight.
I'll find it another time. It's somewhere there. But results? We gotta get on to the next fight. Finally, the gentleman listened to me. Hey. I'm tired of listening.
It looks like we have a possible question, huh, Beckett? Possible question? Or is that just for later thing? That's actually for the co-main. Okay, we'll have some questions later for the co-main and main event, guys. But let's go ahead and bring you guys to the results so far. Those of you that are just joining us here in the Esports Fight League on YouTube and on Twitch. And Romero, do you see those? Are you able to talk about what just happened here so far in the Esports Fight League? Are you seeing the overlay there?
Overlay? I am not seeing the overlay.
Okay, no worries.
I remember everything. So
wow. Okay.
I got the memory. Don't worry, brother.
Wow.
So
okay.
Cerberus was able, after a rough first round against EK Declan, he's able to come through with a ground and pound win over Declan with Bilal Muhammad. Drake UFC started out a little bit decent, but Charlie shows out with a nice, beautiful performance. He's able to win with Israel Adesanya, gets the finish in round 2 over Mr. Chama. Keza was able to come through with Islam Makhachev, takes out Legit Slayer in what was his debut. Keza able to get a nice finish over Leon Edwards. We had just had Basic versus Jody BJJ. BJJ, Mr. Jody, El Comer Plátano Dominicano, got the submission in round 3, and BK Goat had a huge scare in round 1 versus Capalot's Conor McGregor, but was able to show some nice veteran experience, able to edge it out with some good wrestling rounds 2 and 3 to get the decision victory. Versus Style versus Joe Goldberg. Joe Goldberg had a scare in round 2 versus Style. got him. I think he rocked him. Might have also probably got like a knockdown or something. That I just don't recall. But what I do recall is that GSP brought the Canada fans out and got a decision win. And that's been a recap of the card's results so far.
Wow, you really do got the memory of an elephant there, Romero. My goodness, that was incredible. Absolutely incredible. But hey, let's do something else here. Let's keep we keep those fights on the screen. You see ESFL, WTC, the new amazing bot, community infrastructure. We can pull the fights back on the screen real quick just to talk about what's up and coming here, Romero. We still have half the card to go. I mean, it's been an absolute fireworks show. But let's talk about these fights that are coming up here. You have Cass versus Ollie Creed, Word Life and Peyton. Are you seeing these fights? And let's bring the audience, let's tell them how exciting and why these are exciting here.
Dude, I think Cass, he's making his debut in the ESFL. I think it says that. Maybe he made his debut in the last card. But we love seeing pressure striker, because a lot of people are pressure strikers when they go against people that they're better than. It's different when they go against guys who are pretty proven in their experience, and Ollie Creed has some experience. You know, these guys are way out in the rankings, but sometimes those make for the most fun fights. So one guy pressure striker, other guy's a bit of a counter striker. We're gonna see how that plays out. I'm really excited for Peyton versus Word Life.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm super excited for that one. You know a lot about Peyton, don't you, Rob?
Yes, and I know a lot about Word Life. I know Peyton's coming back. He used to be a dynamite competitor back in the day, making his return, maybe a resurgence in the scene. So excited about Word Life. He's a good friend of mine. He's made to the top 100, and he is looking so good with his striking. He's very pinpoint. I can't wait to see him. And then how about this Spill Actions versus BK Crow fight?
Dude, I mean, Spill, like, he'll come by. He'll be a great sparring partner for like all the guys that play online. He'll come by, join a party, you know, mess around, play. He's like, damn, bro, you're you're better than you let on. And his record's pretty good too. You know, he's in the positive range for his record, and has a win in the season 2 over PS4 champion Zayaf in a pool play. He's taken out. He beat a Bathing Ash in 80X Muay Thai, knocked him out. Beat Daniel Freeman. Yeah, so he has some wins over guys from like back then. So Spill has been around, and he got some good wins that aged really well. And he's taking on BK Crow, who has a really, really good quality record in 5-2. He's a submission guy. So a lot of the other guys, you know, Spill's beating some strikers, but if your grappling is not on point, you will see how that's going to play out. And then, of course, the co-main event, Pryoxis making his return to the ESFL.
Hey,
that quality,
speaking of on point.
Yeah, quality guy. He likes to fight well off the back foot, likes to use those long-range strikers. He has submissions in his back pocket. I think he has 3 submissions in the all-time rate of like ESFL submissions. I could be wrong. Maybe the WTC bot can tell you better than I can, but I think it's 3. Part of the Toon Squad. He was a champion on Xbox back in UFC 3. 2-time ESFL champion, had to win back the belt. He's top 15 all-time in the legacy rating, and he's taking on MellowCoffee. MellowCoffee, who had done a nice card, a Mellow MMA card, had I think Pry versus Crooks the Great. He had myself versus Marshall Mind. He had Swiss Liebacks versus PapaDoc. Just great card. And also had Advaita versus Goat for the first time before they ended up fighting again on the ESFL. So Mellow MMA does a lot for the community, deserves a lot of love. And them facing off against each other, that's going to be a treat for me. And I mean, dude, this next matchup, Rob.
Ooh, I cannot wait. Muay Thai Jesus versus DirrtyDave. Romero, let's hype up this co-main event. You've done such a good job so far. Why should the audience be excited for this one?
Muay Thai Jesus, both of these guys been around the block. I played against both of them plenty of times. I know where their strengths and where their weaknesses are. I played against DirrtyDave in Vegas. Nice guy. Muay Thai Jesus, like, love another ranked demon, like go to MMA, like another ranked demon. But he's able to, you know, he's won the ESFL belt. He won the PS title over Suave Jamie. Got a quality decision. He also beat a K1 Bum. So UFC 5. He's done UFC 5 was like his breakout game to shine. And he really showcased that really well. UFC 6, as we're seeing, not a lot of that is carrying over as easy for these guys who were doing really good on 5 for the plenty of things they had going on. DirrtyDave, he's well-rounded. He's a grappler at first, but don't be fooled. DirrtyDave like to throw them things too. Top 10 all-time in wins, top 10 all-time in legacy rating. He's a UFC 4 Xbox champion. number 3 all-time in KOs, and I'm pretty sure he got a lot of that off of that TKO. And he has a decision win over top contender Peyton way back in the day. So don't be playing with DirrtyDave. It's a K1 versus EK matchup, Rob, and I'm excited.
It's going to be a great co-main event. And then we have the main event of the evening, guys. Make sure you do not miss this one because it's PapaDoc, the legend, the OG EA Sports UFC daddy versus Trickzzy, an Esports Fight League live event competitor. Romero, this one is a treat for everyone around the world.
I mean, that's
to
my
witness.
campmate, dog. I mean, it says right there. I know you guys still have Dark as like the thing, but it's not Dark no more. It's Phoenix. It's me, Dog, and Swiss. He's in the camp, Phoenix camp right there. It says it on the screen, so I'm gonna need you on the back to fix that up. But PapaDoc, multiple time ESFL champion. He was the guy that sealed our victory when we were Team Dark in the team championships. I had to compete against this guy in the ESFL to defend my title one time, and he damn near got me. But PapaDoc, he also won the UFC. I think it was the esports event. And dude, that esports event was insane. So many quality guys in that bracket. So many quality matchups every week. We had ESFL champions versus ESFL champions, and PapaDoc, like myself, like Swap Jamie, like Bathing Ash, were all guys who were able to at least get to touch the title. PapaDoc is quality, but he's also taking on another quality individual in Trickzzy. Trickzzy was an Xbox champion, top 3 all-time in KOs as well. He's also the dude's top 10 all-time in wins. He does a really, really good job of also working the clinch. I think he finished top 6 in Vegas, if I'm not mistaken, because he had lost to Jamie. Yeah, so he's Trickzzy. Always been a thing. He had I think he played against Hammer, right? It was against Hammer yesterday. Had to etch out a very, very tough win against the always dangerous Hammer Whammer. And now we got Doc versus Trickzzy in the main event. I'm excited.
Yep. All right. Great breakdown. I hope you guys are excited. That's going to be the second half of our card here, our expedition tonight. Hope you had a good time so far. Looks like everyone is biting at the bit here to get on with these fights. So let's go ahead and jump into this next fight. I believe it's going to be Cass versus Ollie Creed up next, guys. So let's see what we just broke them down. So let's just talk about these picks here. Cass versus Ollie Creed, flyweight division. Finally, a change up from the welterweight division, Romero. I'm sure you're excited about that one.
Oh, dude, yeah, man. You get tired of seeing him doing multiple times. But Pantoja, submission threats, durable. He can afford to trade in the pocket more than most. A lot of high-level submissions. He has I believe it's Electric Eel. That's his perk that buffs his stand-up strikes and clinch strikes by 30%. So lots of damage. Okay. Kaya Sakura. No, I think that's Kaya Sakura. Pantoja has hot blood, so strikes in the stand-up costs less stamina when he starts getting his flow going. And I like that finally they gave Alexander Pantoja some different animations. Ooh, and that looks nice. Some good combination body work there from Cass. And I see that Mr. Kaya Sakura Ali Creed is taking his time circling on the back foot there, Rob.
Trying to make sure he doesn't get cracked by Kaya Sakura. Cass taking the center of the cage, but he's eating some nice leg kicks here from Kai.
Yeah, Kai also needs to get added to the bantamweight division, by the way, EA UFC. Don't forget to add Kaya Sakura to the bantamweight division because he just fought versus Cameron Smotherman, got a nice KO. So Kaya Sakura, he has some high-level lead overhands, rear overhands, nice kicks, nice flying knee. I think his flying knee is level 5, and he's doing a good job of circling on the outside. Cass is not mixing in the grappling threat. Pantoja thrives off of that wrestling threat, but I think 2 minutes in, he's made it abundantly clear he's here to swing and bang.
Hey, I'm not, opposed to slang and bang, and I'm sure people around the world are pretty hyped, but that was a beautiful pull counter there by Ollie Creed, fighting so well off his back foot, but a couple of shots land, bing, 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 for Cass.
Yeah, in UFC 5, that was like the meta, right? Cycling those shots that he's using right now, those animations, it's a lot easier to trap them if you know where the defense is going to be, but I don't think he recognizes that Pantoja's animations are a lot of the heavier animations, and that's what's kind of throwing off his time. See, he's trying through that 1-1-2, but doesn't fire off at the same speed. Dangerous exchange, though, for Kaya Sakura. He needs to stick to what he's doing. Get on your bike, get your calf kicks off. Look at that. He's trying to pre-deny the takedown. Stick to those 1-2s. The 1-2s work really well. Nice front kick lands up the middle. Those linear strikes are key. And another calf kick to take away the power of Mr. Pantoja, but he's still walking forward. Nice, beautiful counter, and he fires back with his head off his lower eye.
Cass looking on point, pops his flow state, bang, pulls. He's throwing some heat. He looks like he's starting to you know, really find his rhythm here, and he's almost hit another level, and he's all over Ali Creed right now. Ali Creed in big trouble. He's got the eye injury. Romero, what does Ali Creed need to do here?
He needs to settle down. He's firing back way too much in the middle of the pocket. He's already firing off. Get on counter defense. Get on counter offense. Right? You don't have to counter every single time you duck something, because if there's anything that's not in the favor of Pantoja, it's the cardio with the way that he's striking. And because of that, as his cardio gets lower, he's going to start taking more damage. So even though he got rocked and he got dropped, pay attention to the head off. They're not too far off. And what did I say? He got a little bit too greedy. Little bit too greedy. So greedy. And gets hit by the level 5 overhand. Gets rocked. Starts to rip off the flow state. But then he gets too greedy. And he gets smacked down during the flow state and gets put in stack guard. 10 seconds left. Let this be a lesson to y'all. Don't get too greedy when you throwing hands. 3 seconds left. Ain't gonna be no action left. We got ourselves a fight.
Both Cassie and Ali reaching way too deep into that cookie jar. Both punished pretty brutally, but it looked like Cass took that round, did more damage.
Yeah.
And yeah. What do you think, Romero? I mean, he did phenomenally.
Yeah, I mean,
look at that shot on the, what was that? Did you see that replay?
Gosh. Yeah, I mean, the thing was,
look at this. What is that? What kind of shot is that?
I don't know, brother. I don't know. God damn, that was he was outside now. He's not even doing his job properly.
Is that an illegal shot?
I don't think so. Damn, that's illegal, brother. What's going on? That's the force. EA. So Ali had that round one. After he knocked him down, he had that round one. But a lot of people so focused on getting that early round one damage right away. And UFC 5 was a lot more friendly with that type of play style. But we're seeing a lot of guys who are able to counter off the back foot effectively. They're able to kind of pull away on damage. If you're a pressure fighter and you're slowly chipping away the right way and not get chasing, but you're cutting the person off, then that success will come from the pressure fighter. So right now, you got to be aware that Cass he's hunting that pull counter. He's hunting those slip counters. Go to the body and don't stay there for too long.
Oh, big shots. He's throwing, he's attacking, but Ali Creed able to barely stay on his feet. And Cass is throwing these combos, Romero, and then he's anticipating a return with his head out, but Ali's not really returning. He's kind of just holding his block and wishing for dear life he doesn't fall.
That parry mechanic was able to save the life of Ali Creed. He's able to kind of whiff all that damage. It doesn't seem like Ali Creed has the lead hook block counter in his arsenal, because that would have saved him there when that lead hook landed on his block. Now, he's in a situation where now he's no longer circling intelligently. He's putting himself in a position where he's backing straight up. Head off is still in a place where he could theoretically come back, but he's got to make the read. There's a lot of his double jabs. Steps in lazily with a lazy jab. Gets punished on the entry. Tries to go for a flying knee. Gets caught trying to pull. Oh, this is a wild fight, Rob.
This is a brutal fight compared to the other ones. You've seen the fake takedown, and Cass loves pulling back and laying that straight punch. Ali Creed again gets tagged. Again and again, he's throwing everything he's got at him. He pops it, bang, right on the chin. It's over. It's all over.
Yeah, I mean, there it was. The round one, the turning point was round one's final sequence, where Ali got the knockdown. Go back to what you were doing. You got that knockdown. Instead, he got too greedy. There, he mistimes the parry or mistimes the pull, and he was getting hit with that pull all throughout round one. That 1-1-2. Gets caught right on the jaw, gets sat down, and there is the finish. And that is, you gotta make those reads. Cycling the 1-1-2, cycling the 1-1-3, and then pulling back. Take those short shots, take those front kicks, take those calf kicks, and it would have had a lot more success. But just goes to show, right? Just a little bit of greed, just a little bit of impatience can cost you big time in the ESFL. But a great win by Cass. A good win by Cass. Good one.
Yeah, very solid win, and those guys brought it out. That was a barn burner. Hope you guys enjoyed. I mean, they were throwing heat. Cass putting on that pressure. Ali Creed just could not keep up with the amazing pulls and the pressure, and the shots from Cass were brutal. So yeah, Romero, so is there a big difference, like when you're leaning in or moving into shots? How much does that slow down your shots? How much does that affect, instead of like just stationary shots? Just a little
so if you're leaning into shots, you can see some vulnerability. If you're pulling away from shots, anytime you get hit during head movement, you're conceding vulnerability. You'll concede even more vulnerability if you're trying to strike as you're leaning or trying to go for like a head movement counter and it gets missed time. So it's really important you get on your P's and Q's and know how to counter, when to counter the fighter that you're going against. And speaking of fighters that we're going against, I might have inspired Payton here because he played against my Aldo. He was picking Jan before, but I think he wants to go Aldo now because we see Payton locked in with Jose Aldo, who has some good, clean, unique animations that should get added to his UFC 4 character. Just saying. But Sean O'Malley, he is the meta pick in this division. He has crafty animations. They gave him some of his mocap from UFC 3 and some touch up from like his recent fights. So he has some slick movement, but that right hand of Sean O'Malley, that animation, we were talking about it before the show, Rob, that it looks like a cross, it looks like a hook, it's dangerous, and it's nothing to play with.
It's so hard to see what's coming your way, and it's coming fast, and it's coming solid. It's just like lightning striking you, and there's nothing that you could do about it. So you said just get out of the way, Duck, get out of the way, and let's see how Payton's Jose Aldo deals with that as we get into this Word Life versus Payton fight. A key matchup for us tonight here. It's on the screen for you around the world, guys. This is going to be such a high level fight. You guys are in for an absolute treat, and it's most likely going to be taking place in the striking realm. We'll see if Payton decides to go to the ground against Sean O'Malley. You don't think you will? Okay, then we are in for a show. I don't know. Who do you think, if you had to predict here, Romero, what do you think's gonna happen here? Who do you think's gonna take this one?
Oh, switches it up, those Dominic Cruz. I don't know about that pick. I don't know. I don't know if that's the pick, man. That's not his style, but maybe he'll surprise me and give you some signature animations. I think he would have been better off using Peter Yan instead of switching from Aldo, but yeah. We got Sean O'Malley versus Dominic Cruz. The power of Sean O'Malley is what makes this a very difficult matchup for Dominic Cruz. The animations can be sneaky for Cruz, but I can tell you firsthand that O'Malley is a very, very tough matchup for Dominic Cruz as he gets hit with front kick. And look at Word Life. He really wants to love that O'Malley play. Gets a little point down time. He's letting Payton know, I'm here, bro. I'm here.
Yeah, Word Life has been really training for this. He's been very cocky, and obviously you see the taunts from him. That leg check, he's looking real good early, and he is ready for this. I talked to him on my stream, and he has never trained so hard for a fight, and he cannot wait to showcase his skills here in UFC 6.
Ooh, okay, a little whiff action, just a little bit out of range. So the thing is, when these vets come back and they play, right, a couple times their biggest issue is when they don't recognize they have habits from the previous game, and so they start to do things on autopilot because they're like, well, it worked in this game, it should work in this one, and sometimes it didn't change, get with the times. And what I'm not seeing from Payton is that he's not utilizing threats with Dominic Cruz. He's not feinting the takedowns. Here, this would be a good person to try to take down, definitely not. But Word Life is doing a wonderful job of, let me get them calf kicks off, I'm pot shotting, and he's starting to draw Payton into his shots as opposed to chasing Payton into shots. And I'm thinking, like, this round, it's looking, nice leg kick. And there's a wrestling from Payton, but denied by Word Life, Rob.
The only prediction that you've gotten wrong so far is, will he shoot? Payton doesn't like what's going on here, checks that leg kick, and Word Life has done a fantastic job checking almost all the kicks, and he's starting to feel his rhythm early.
Yeah, I mean, hey, to be fair, I did say I didn't think he'd shoot with Aldo.
True. That is fair. That is fair.
Cruz, you definitely got to shoot with. So he's starting to pressure, but the thing is that, why would you shoot with O'Malley, brother? What are you doing?
And he pays for it.
That wasn't a huge miscalculation on Word Life's part. You're winning on the feet. The pressure isn't doing too much. Now, if he's able to successfully hold him down, that might tweak things in Payton's favor. So he tries to go for the fake, fakes it, gets up, will Payton chain to another takedown, goes for a clinch break strike. The damage is always going to lean towards O'Malley on the single shots. You gotta land multiple with Cruz because he doesn't have the most power.
Yeah, I remember watching you play, and you were just throwing amazing combinations from all over the place. Sometimes comboing 4 or 5 punch combinations, maybe even 6. But right now, Dominic's just kind of he's Peyton's just kind of throwing single shots,
Yeah,
backing up and just taking damage.
It's right. It's like what I said. I said I don't think it's the move. It's not how he fights. It's not who he uses. You're better off using Peter Yan. Although Word Life,
there we go.
Word Life takes that round. He's landed a lot more quality shots. But Word Life is seconds away from what the kids call selling. He's selling the round. He's about to sell the round. He almost sold throwing that body kick in really, really close range, and that would have given Dom the chance to fire off. Dom in real life, if you guys watch him, he's throwing like 126 strikes in round 5 of like a title fight. You know, like this guy has cardio for days. He's thrown 5, 6, 7-piece combinations over in both, was it WEC, UFC. So he's meant to throw, but you gotta know when to break off from that and when to time things in. Stamina in the favor of Dominic Cruz to be expected, but the damage is not, Rob.
Definitely not. Word Life coming out with his in and out style, playing a lot of footsies. There's Peyton missing a head kick, and Word Life on the assault. Oh, watch out for that uppercut from Peyton. Peyton really struggling, trying to find his offense here.
Yeah, and it's a thing where the old guard has a tendency of wanting to trade. Nice sneaky head kick. They want the guys to go trade with me. It's like, dude, I'm not doing that shit. I don't have to do any of that. I can just relax. I'm just gonna pick my shots, and you gotta understand that depending on who the fighter you're going against, the player, what they pick, that will affect their play style. And Word Life is showing that prime behavior. You know, fun fact about Word Life, and fun fact about Bruce Lee Rob, I'm gonna put on to y'all. Bruce Lee Rob used to host some tournaments during the COVID era called the Bruce Lee Rob tournaments, and Word Life was an active competitor, and he's coming back in the prime form, Rob.
Yes, he is. And back then, those tournaments, they were awesome. And Word Life performed pretty well. And he said, this year, I really want to take over the scene. He's been working so hard. Top 100 player. And right now, you're really seeing all that work play off because Peyton is a dangerous competitor. But, ooh, Peyton's starting to open up here, though. He's starting to land some shots, starting to try to find his rhythm, body kicks. But Word Life's distance and his timing is pretty impressive.
I think the biggest thing for Word Life right now is that he needs to make sure he doesn't let that ego, you know, that ego. People have like that ego that happens when they're playing. Good job countering off the back. Bang. There's that right hand, sits him down. Good job firing off. He's gonna settle down and watch. He's gonna settle down. There's a pull counter again. Bang. Gets the counter once more. Beautiful evasive maneuver from Peyton, but the flow state. This flow state's only going to work if you've been reading the counters, and he has not been able to see what Word Life's been looking at him, Rob.
No, not at all. He's just trying to, you know, fight a ghost out there. It seems like Word Life's just not there to be hit. He's checking all the leg kicks, and he's just right there in the center of the cage, pressing Peyton back, landing so many shots. He's already hurt him. He's rocked him. Now, Word Life, what about this flow state, Romero?
Yeah, I mean, O'Malley stinger, just like Conor McGregor. Those straight hands are going to do a lot more damage, but it sets up so many kicks. He's probably going to go high. No, he's going to go back to the body again. He's going to go to the body. He's not even expecting it.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, he's not even expecting it. Throw it again. Throw it again. This is a fight, brother. Throw it again. You got to
6 in a row.
Yeah, why not?
He looks like Jean-Claude Van Damme kicking a tree.
Yeah, you think
kickboxer.
Yeah, exactly. You think in a fight where somebody throwing hands again? Hey, bro, you need to stop it. Stop throwing that hand in there. You throwing a little bit too much. Nah, he's sitting, he's planting, and like I said, the health, the damage of Sean O'Malley, he just respects him in the middle of a trade. That is actually insane. Word Life, beautiful performance so far. Does he finish the dominator in the second round? And he does with a second left on the clock. That's a performance. That's a performance.
That's a new, motivated Word Life. We've never seen Word Life compete like this before, and that was against a veteran Peyton trying to make his resurgence, but unfortunately he ran into a well-trained, well-equipped, sharp as a samurai's blade Word Life. Romero, what a performance, what a fight.
Dude, I think that the switch, when he went to Dominic Cruz, I'm like, you gotta recognize who you are as a player, right? If you are a comp guy that relies on meta guys, stick to that. The guys who are the niche guys, the guys who take a little bit more time to get used to, you can see a lot of other players having success with them, but it's probably because they put in the hours with them. And I know Cruz has the stamina, but he doesn't have the power, he doesn't have the block, and it takes a good amount of time to get used to using them, especially against O'Malley. O'Malley's a rough matchup for Cruz. 3-rounder, I'm going Aldo, I'm going Yan, maybe I'm going Song Yadong, any of those guys in the 3-rounder versus O'Malley. But Word Life comes through, gets a very, very clear win. I said O'Malley's like a dangerous pick in that division. It's a him or Jan, and he comes through with a solid victory. Nice job.
There he is. Word Life making a huge splash in the scene here at the Expedition 4. Watch out for Word Life if you are a competitor here in this organization, because he is coming, and he's arrived. I mean, he looked real good.
That's the second guy from Vegas MMA that he's beaten. You know, he's beaten Anza twice. He's beaten Payton. Maybe he pulls Kinetic NRG out of retirement, and we see Word Life versus Kinetic.
I tried to get Kinetic NRG out of retirement. He said, "Nah, I don't have the time to play anymore." I'm like, "Darn it, we need you." But
no, man. Sometimes you see your friends lose, and you're like, "Yo, bro, let me put my hands on them." You know, you never know. You never know.
You never know.
But on to this next one, brother.
Yep. Let's talk about this next one. We got. I mean, you've been really looking forward to this one. You've been hyping up Spill Actions, and he's got a dangerous opponent, Kieran KRO.
He's really good, dude. Like, he's better than his record lets on. And he's they're taking the fight to middleweight, right? We did have a fight in middleweight before. It wasn't all welterweight. And I see a callback to the UFC 3 era. You remember Nick Diaz in UFC 3, brother?
I kind of do.
You remember how annoying he was to fight? He was busted his heck in UFC 3. So he's pulling out Nick Diaz in middleweight, and that's the Prime's stats.
How is Nick Diaz in this game?
Yeah, he's good, man. He has, you know, his perk with a hot-blooded, strikes cost less than with the stamina, point down perk, you know, his blocking's at 97. So Strickland versus Nick Diaz. This is should be a boxing affair. I don't like the fact that he threw a kick with Nick Diaz. Maybe a little bit of the rust there. But Strickland versus Nick Diaz. I think we should see a lot of boxing and that Philly shell defense and some teeps from Sean Strickland.
100%. What are the weaknesses for the Philly shell defense?
So with the Philly shell defense, the shots on that open side are going to do more damage. Nice Philly shell for Nick Diaz as well. I don't know why he has that. He should have the high guard. Yeah, get on that. But Nick Diaz and Sean Strickland, Philly shell weakness is that, yeah, it can block both a little bit, but that extra bleed through damage, especially if you're landing on those punches, you can catch them on that rear side. Nice back foot boxing from Spill Actions. And catching them as they try to pull or attacking the body if they're trying to utilize that little crawfish guard. But let's see, Crow able to deny. Okay, right, this is MMA. Let's see if he tries it. Denies that too. Tries to go to stack again. Nice deny. Oh, up to the face.
Oh, nice love kick lands flush. Those guys were both denying the crap out of each other there. Neither guy wanted to concede. Body shots. Sean Strickland's striking is so nasty in this game, Romero. It's just so long and looping and rangy. It's really hard to deal with when he's pressuring you.
Yeah, you want to do the man dance? Let's do the man dance. He's doing the man dance for sure. Front kill. Nice. Good work from Crow. I'm loving the way that see what the beauty of like having better animations is. Like,
oh, it's amazing.
It's just nice. Like Strickland, you can see the way that he throws his cross, the way that he kind of throws that little looping hook. It flows a lot better. He's much more viable now in 6 than he was in 5. And even then, he was still pretty viable. But that stance, that Philly shell defense, and because Spill chose Nick Diaz, he's kind of essentially locked himself out in options of what to do. If you're going against somebody using the Philly shell, leg kicks work really well. Body kicks work really well. And even if you do try to kick with Nick, it's not something that he does. It's not his best option. So he's really got to go boxing for boxing versus Crow. And Crow throws off a little bit of a surprise head kick. Chains into a beautiful body hook combination. Dude, Crow's looking good.
Crow's looking really good, and he is mixing up his combinations. That slip, body shot. He's digging to the body with dangerous detonation and really taking away the stamina. He's doing damage to the body. He hasn't really taken much damage besides that head. A few shots to the head.
Yeah, and I think that where Spill's getting a little bit thrown off is that he's trying to throw those body kicks. When Crow throws a body kick with Strickland, he's landing that body kick as he feels that Spill's about to slip. And he's conceding that vulnerability when he slip into that open side. Oh. But a nice boxing combination for Spill Actions. Unable to slip the head off. Pay attention to the head off, y'all. Spill's head off is in the process of recovering. Beautiful slip from Kieran Crow. Pull counter, lands a cheeky left hook, lands a body uppercut. They're going back and forth exchanging, and that's a nice fire end to that round.
That was, and it seemed like Spill Actions actually was starting to cook a little bit at the end of that round and starting to find his combinations. You saw body, head, body, and he actually has more significant strikes on the judges' scorecards, but it seemed like his opponent was just beating the hell out of him in that one.
I would say I'm gonna put y'all onto a little bit of game, much like the UFC
Thank
stats in real life. The 6 strikes are like kind of there for show. You know, they're kind of there for show. At the end of the day, the only thing that matters is the damage that is done. And I do feel that Crow had landed some more damaging shots as he's doing that right now. Because Sean Strickland just seems to be an improved version of Nick Diaz in the middleweight division, Rob. Ooh.
Ooh, there he goes. Putting him down now. It's Spill Actions that has control of the center of the octagon. That block is kind of low. He's trying to recover, but he's just walking forward. He has his flow perk. Watch out for that front kick. He dodges it and then crunches him with a body kick. Oh.
Dude, he is absolutely murking his body. I'm telling you, like a lot of people, they don't understand how to work the body. Kieran Crow has been in the lab learning how to work the body. A lot of his slip and pull counters have been attacking the body because what have we seen everybody do this card? They've all been like pull counter to the head, pull counter to the head. Sometimes you don't gotta wait to make the adjustment to go and attack the body. You just do it off rip. It'll catch him off guard. And Nick Diaz's body health, it's not the greatest, brother. It's sitting at a 91. 91. Sean Strickland's also at a 91, but one man's been defending his body better, and that's been Kieran Crow with a beautiful combination.
And now those body shots are starting to be thunderous. They're starting to buckle Spill Actions as he's trying his best to stay off that back cage. He's trying to circle on that inside, but he's just eating so much damage from Kieran KRO, who's coming into the Esports Fight League hot and heavy.
Dude, that was clean. That was so clean. Oh my God, I love the use of the first show there. That was some clean work. And dude, this is the same thing I was kind of saying in the fight with Peyton, right? And Spill. With both of those guys, the old guys that come back and they're playing, they get caught with these recycled offensive and defensive habits. And it's giving them a hard time catching up with these guys who, you know, they've been playing 5 a little bit more, and then they go into 6 and they understand, hey, things are different. Other things work now. And Spill, his back is to the wall. Shoots a takedown, catches.
Hey.
What?
Hey.
Shot a takedown with Strickland. Okay, let's see how this works out, Rob.
Yeah, we're going to see because Nick Diaz got great jiu-jitsu off his back, but he's going to go ahead and pop that flow state. He's going to stand up. Is he going to go to the stack guard position? No, he backs off. And here he goes. Still against the cage, though, Romero. This is danger zone for Spill Actions. He's got to be careful.
Yeah, so right now Strickland has an improved block and he takes less damage to the body and legs with that flow state. That's the bulwark flow state. Also refills the block meter. Yeah, bulwark, whatever you say it. Oh, dude, I'm telling y'all, bro, this body work is clean. Like, this is some clean body work. Just
watch out.
Yeah, if you're a Crow, you're up, bro. You're up, man. Like, oh yeah, that's it. You're up. Like, you are up. And look,
kaboom, kablow.
Oh man, this is just where's the Titanic music? Oh my gosh. I mean, look, credit to the vets when they come back and step through. But these guys, I mean, Kieran's a vet too. And he's playing no games whatsoever with a dominant performance so far with Sean Strickland.
Absolutely extraordinary performance here by Kieran Crow. All the stats in his favor. He's done and dished out so much damage to Nick Diaz. Spill Actions, Nick Diaz, and I don't know if Spill Actions can come back. He did land a couple good shots. He did hurt Sean a couple of times, but we are about to see, ladies and gentlemen, third and final round of the night, and Spill Actions is in all sorts of trouble.
Spill cannot even afford to pull and slip or do anything right now. He can't do anything right now. Like, this is just bad body health. The only way that I could see Crow messing up this lead is if he throws a body kick in the pocket naked and Spill just throws like 3 hooks and it knocks him down. But the way this body health is right now, this is how you work the body. That it's a long-term investment. Not every time is it gonna be a flash KO. Like, you know, the numbers just don't add up that way. But now he's in the driver's seat with Sean Strickland, pressuring, walking to the fence, working those animations, getting his head off the center line, Lee hook body uppercut, fakes a shot. Yeah, this is decimation right now, guys.
Absolutely. He's put him in the Sean Strickland blender, serving up the Nick Diaz smoothie, blood all over the place. And on top, 3 minutes left. Let's see if he can do anything. I mean, he has no stamina to really lock any of these submissions, Romero. I mean, he's in really big trouble here.
Yeah, I mean, there's kind of, I mean, there was his opportunity. He would have had to get 3 denials, 2 or 3 denials, get an armbar or something, and then pray to do damage and mount. But the time is his enemy. And this is what it looks like when you blend everything together. I mean, this is just, he throws in the hip toss, you know, right, go, throw that thing, gets the up kick again.
Boom!
Beautiful counter. Oh, but he gets caught going to the body, but still doesn't even have the stamina to keep going. And he's popping that flow state. But that flow state, you know, the strikes to stand up cost less stamina, but his stamina already so damn low to begin with. And he can't even fire off without getting countered. Trying to taunt, as the Diaz brothers do, but at this point, it's just trying to beg, come on, Crow, just throw what I want you to throw. Throw what I want you to throw, and it's just not happening, Rob.
Not happening at all. Spill actions, uppercuts, Lance buckles him down, goes Spill to the floor. Kieran just moving and grooving, and Nick Diaz's face is oozing.
Yeah, dude, and the thing is, I think Crow would have put him out of his mercy, but since he taunted, he's like, you know what? You want to taunt, brother? Okay, we'll find out. Fakes that rear body hook, ends the fight. That's a performance. That's some clean body work. And it all started off with slow shots, building that offense, that counter offense. A lot of guys don't understand. Counters are not always big shots. It's not always big shots. It's the little stuff that adds in. You know, pot shot a little bit. It builds over time. And we saw that body health go down, Rob. And Crow able to pull out a dominant victory over Spill Actions.
Yeah, if you didn't know who Crow was, you know who Crow is now, right? I mean, he came out looked like one of the best Sean Strickland players I've seen in a while in the Esports Fight League. He came with that body damage. What am I hearing right now? Romero, take it away.
I don't know. Yeah. I think Pry was I think Pry got the stream up. I think he got the ESFL stream up.
Oh my goodness, I'm like hearing myself, and it's like messing me up.
Get it together, bro. Come on, man. You slack it.
My bad. No worries. But yeah, we're back, and yeah, beautiful performance. Yeah, that was a vicious. That was one of the. I mean, Word Life's performance was more, I would say, elegant, and this one was more like devastating, right?
Yeah, Word Life was like, man, like clean off the back foot with O'Malley, and just kind of showing like the distance management was there. As for Spill and Crow, oh, dude, I mean, Spill and Crow, like that one was like looked kind of good, and then after a couple of those counters, you know, just being out of the game for so long, trying to cycle combinations that aren't there, the stamina went down, and that's the difference. When you go against guys that throw whatever, yeah, stamina might seem like it's a forever thing. You go against guys that know how to punish you, you're gonna feel it. And speaking of guys that know how to punish, Pryoxis knows how to punish.
Yeah.
He has some good counters off the back foot, circles well. He's going with Izzy, you know, he's the second best Izzy Adesanya player in the world. But he knows how to work that magic. He can work that front kick. He can work those calf kicks, stand shifts a little bit well. And he's taking on UFC 241, Paulo Costa. You know which one that is, brother? You know which one that is?
I do not.
That's the one that beat Yoel Romero in a barn burn of a fight. So that's some quality stats before
he got the Marauder.
Yeah.
That was a great fight, man. I think that after that fight, Romero started fighting differently, though, right? After that one.
He still knocked out Lou Rocco, so.
True.
He did his thing. But Paulo Costa, where he has the benefit is that his body kicks are at a high level. Especially, I mean, look, Paulo Costa, if you guys see his record against southpaws, and Pryor likes to play southpaw with Adesanya, body kicks are his, like, best friend. And it punishes slips really well. It punishes pulls really well. So if you're using Paulo Costa, that is the option. Don't be afraid to fire off your hands. But Izzy's counters, bro. His counters can be devastating. And we're about to be ready for these guys to lock in. We're about to see some Israel Mobolashi Temitayo Odunara Duwafemi Owolabi Adesanya to go against Paulo Costa. I know everything just levitated in my room right now saying his full name. We're going to get this going. We got Paulo Costa. Where the hell is Paulo Costa? I'm trying to take a look at his stats. There he is. Ooh, Reaper. That's the flow state too for Paulo Costa.
And here we go. Pryoxis, if you don't know, obviously, a huge YouTube star, and he's been competing and he's been performing this year, and he is really trying to, you know, get that competitive or take over that competitive scene. I know he likes to do this for fun, but if he gets this win over MellowCoffee, this will be pretty huge for him because he will be undefeated in the competitive scene here. So let's see if MellowCoffee can take out the legendary Pinpoint Pryoxis.
Yeah, I mean, MellowCoffee came off with a good, solid win versus Goat of MMA. Nice body kick. Pryoxis,
that's a big win.
Taking the center. Yeah. Taking the center. And now he's feints into the body. And now what Prize starts to shine is that he starts to get you to overthink a little bit of the options. He does a good job of trying to fight the way that the fighter fights, something that I respect, because that's something that I like to do as well. So he's trying to work those calf kicks. It's something that Izzy did really well. Nice body kick from Pryoxis. Nice cross, intercepting cross. And what MellowCoffee can't afford to do, he can't afford to sit and watch Adesanya. He starts watching Pry. They're letting him do all that pretty work. Throws a head kick for no reason. There's no reason for that head kick. And this is where it starts to start. You're fishing for something that doesn't need to be there. Stick to the body work. And he gets another body kick. But Pry is looking good right now, Rob.
Very good. And I've heard Pryoxis say he is one of, if not one of the cleanest players in the game with Israel Adesanya. He's notorious for this pick. He loves to fight off his back foot. Pinpoint, the prying mantis, has returned for UFC 6, and another beautiful spinning heel kick lands, and Pryoxis is in control early of this fight.
Yeah, doing a good job. Notice that he's keeping the shot short. A lot of guys, you guys got to take notes. If you guys are playing off the back foot, he's keeping the shot short. He's not going to overextend off the combination, and he's going to slowly, he's paying attention to that head off. He's watching where it's going. He's attacking you while he's recovering. But one thing that MellowCoffee is doing is that when he's sneaking in those body kicks, it's right after Pryoxis throws. Lands a nice body hook. Paulo Costa has some high-level body hooks. That rock is in his favor, but oddly enough, you know, you rarely see Pryoxis dip into stamina this early. And I don't think MellowCoffee should be firing off head kicks anytime soon. He should probably stick to the body kicks if he wants to trap Pryoxis. But Pry's looking real solid. MellowCoffee slowly working his way back in. Nice little feint to the body. Look at the circling. Watch the way he's circling. Feints the rear leg kick. He's probably going to fire off another kick soon, but rips a four-piece combination. Well, pay attention.
Fire combination for Pryoxis. There's that body kick you were talking about. It seems like there is some opportunity for Mellow when Pryoxis goes for that leg kick. Sometimes he's a little close. Maybe Mellow can land a hook or two. And right now you're seeing Pryoxis using his head movement, slipping nicely.
And that's what it's supposed to be, right? There's the counter opportunity. Mellow's holding forward on that analog stick a little bit too much. And now Pry's reading the alternating of the round and cross. And now he's able to block slip. Notice that he's not countering every single time. He's letting the stamina take a hit, and he's pinpointing the shots. So 35 seconds left in the round now. I think you're going to see Pry turn up a little bit now with some more combinations. Or you can, you know, choose a circle. I think he's done a good job winning this round. It's going to take Mellow firing off a lot more body kicks to really get going here if he wants to. But he fires it off a little bit too out of range, and Pry solidifies the round. But a nice check.
Pry is looking sharp tonight, and yes, Romero, it's very difficult sometimes when you're fighting a guy like Pryoxis who fights so well off his back foot, and guys like Ed Parker as well. Sometimes sometimes you find yourself trying to chase too much, holding, you know, towards the opponent, and that could be a mistake, right? Trying too hard to get to your opponent. What can you do instead to equal out this fight? I
mean, it's short shots. Respect, nice grappling.
Is that some smack talk right there?
No, just like it's just humor. It's just humor. It always cracks me up. No, it's just short shots. He was doing a better job in the early portions of the round with short shots, but
it's like stationary short shots.
Yeah, like one shot, and then you decide if you're gonna go forward. But Pry is somebody that, like, once he starts to be up in a round, right?
Oh yeah.
He's not gonna take the first counter that he sees. He might not even take the second. Hell, he might not even take the third. But he is gonna hit you in that fourth and fifth one as he starts to read. So now he's using the head movement to get out of the way. And what he's going to try to do is pull Mellow into his shots. Notice what I'm saying. I'm not saying pull counter into his shots, but I'm saying he's trying to draw Mellow to chase him. And what Mellow is doing right now that's costing him is that he's holding forward. I can see it in the animation. He's holding forward on the analog stick. And that's why the shots are coming out a little bit slower, Rob.
A little bit slower, and that's going to allow Pryoxis to really tag his opponent. And Pryoxis is doing a good job just staying on that back foot, using that pivot lunge when he needs to get out of there. And Mellow really trying to solve the riddle of Pryoxis, the Rubik's Cube. Pryoxis moving his head well. There's that uppercut. Landing some good shots here. Mellow, though, in round number 2. But there, ooh, bam.
Growth state. Does not need to box. He doesn't need a box. He needs to fire. Keep firing the body kick. Reaper flow state is all body kicks. Ooh, but he fires off those. Ooh, but nice. Yeah,
beautiful
yeah,
head
that
movement.
was nice. Well done, well done. Yeah, take notes, people. Take notes. You gotta understand the defensive tools are there, but a nice counter from MellowCoffee. Mellow might actually be taking this round off of damage. There's a lot of evasive movement from Pryoxis, but now with the head elf. Pay attention right now, okay? I think Pry's gonna look for his one big moment. He's gonna probably get a secure knockdown, maybe a minute or minute and a half into this round because Mellow's going forward a little bit too much. He's doing a good job of chopping that lead leg. Nice slip and move, getting Mellow chase. There's a 3-piece. The damage is coming. Watch for a big head kick. It's either gonna be a head kick or a 3-4-piece combination round.
All right, I'm watching. Let's see if you're right again. You've been right all night. There's that unique movement, but he eats her right hand because of it. Gets an injury. There's the check kick from MellowCoffee. Body kick. MellowCoffee is surging this round. And Pryoxis is really loving that duck. Let's see if Mellow can make that read, throw an uppercut. But right now, do you think Mellow's in control? He's all over Pryoxis here.
I wouldn't throw an uppercut. I think Pry has a slip counter in the back pocket right now, waiting for Mellow to try and rip that uppercut. It's why he's using a lot of preemptive head movement. There's reactive head movement, and then there's preemptive. Layoff is going down. Spinning heel kick from Pryoxis. There's a layoff event, and that power has been taken out from PapaDoc. Like, that power has now dropped. So unless MellowCoffee is able to find a knockdown, he's forcing those head kicks. He doesn't even need the head kick.
Does that leg health event get Pryoxis the round?
It can. It's not a guarantee. Okay. I mean, the damage is looking good. If you're MellowCoffee right now, you want to rip to the body. Every single time you've put Pryoxis to the fence, he's lunging out the way and you're chasing the head too much. If he rips 3 body hooks, I wouldn't say there would be a flash KO, but I would say there's a better chance of him pulling the fight in. Now, that corner looks encouraging. You know, it doesn't look like a depressed fighter. It doesn't look like a sad fighter. There's a good chance he still landed enough damage on the feet, right? Oh, look at the highlights. It's showing off that body kick. There's a good chance it could be 1-1 just off of some of the damage of the body kicks and the hooks alone. I mean, safe bet. Might be still 2-0 for Pry, but I don't know, man. Those body kicks were adding up around 2. But if Mellow throws another high kick again, he's going to get flashed.
All right, let's see here what's going down, man. This is a sweet fight. A difference of styles. Paulo Costa, thunderous shots, looking for the body kicks, and it's Pryoxis trying to get him to pull into his shots and trying to land that devastating counter. Pryoxis needs to get something going here. He needs to move in there. Now he's starting to put the pressure on MellowCoffee here.
What I think Pry is going to look to do is he's going to try to bait Mellow into moving his head again, because now Mellow's in a position where if he ducks and he slips and he eats a leg kick, it's going to be another leg health event, at least 1 or 2 more. And I think where Mellow has to do, he has to throw off that rhythm of Pry. He's been throwing those straight round straight. He needs to go. Ooh, nice uppercut lands. Nice, beautifully question mark kick. He's got to go more rounded shots. His head off is low. Now there's the pull of those shots again. Body kick lands again once more. Pry's going to be on point with ducking. He needs to just stick to landing those body shots, because if he catches Pry throwing or pulling, ooh, and lands a body kick, that's when things are going to change. But he's cycling a little bit too much animation.
Oh, man, bang.
But he's catching Pry by the fence. I think, dude, if he goes jab, lead hook, rear hook, he might be able to catch Pry. Because Pry is slipping or doing some type of lunge to that side every time he throws. Oh, dude.
Pry's getting caught here. Pry is getting caught here again and again. Mellow's cooking.
I mean, Pry's got the rock, but that damage buff from, he's almost about to punish him for that close-up kick. Dude, I would hate to see Pry like blow this performance, because he was looking so clean with those defensive efforts. But Mellow, what he's doing is changing the timing of his shots. He's throwing some feints in himself, and those hooks are adding up. I think that little Paulo animation, gets nailed by the overhand. No, Pry's gonna take his time. He's got into rock. Oh, it's rock!
The equalizer! Here comes Mellow, the Marauder. Paulo Costa coming forward, trying his best to put away the Prying Mantis, but Pry,
Holy crap!
Pry's in trouble.
Bro, if he goes hooks,
He's
if he goes hooks, he'll take him out. Oh my God! Oh!
Here comes MellowCoffee.
MellowCoffee got some extra espresso in the coffee this morning because he's doing some work. I'm telling you, dude, it'll catch Pry off guard so bad if he just throws 3 or 4 straight hooks. It's something that like you gotta do. You gotta break from that same rhythm. And there, Pry goes straight, lead hook straight. I think, but he catches him off the whip. And there's gonna be a knockdown for Pryoxis unless MellowCoffee able to survive. And he is, but I think that seals it for Pry. It was looking a little bit dicey, but I think Pry's gonna get up. 30 seconds left. I don't know. I think he's probably gonna go for a head kick and get flashed. Maybe. We'll see. I'm telling you, man, 3 hooks would have done it.
Here we go. 10 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen. An uppercut for Mellows. Pry just standing his ground moves.
I told you.
You were right. Flash KO. Pryoxis again gets the win and gets the amazing KO. And you were right, Romero. You called that.
Told you. It's a
Talk
time
us through
thing.
that.
You got to manage the time. It's about managing time. And so, like, now you're down in the fight. There's only one thing you can do, and that's to go big. And what costed Mellow that fight was not changing his shot selection. He kept going straight, round straight. And guys who have their defense on point, they're going to recognize when you're going straight, round straight. And Pry did a good job of lunging. He did a good job of slipping, chaining the slips and ducks together, lunging out from the exit. Got a little bit hairy on the fence, got caught a little bit with some hooks. And I really want to see the scorecards, how they scored the first 2 rounds. But he stayed composed. He knew Mellow would overextend because Mellow kept going forward instead of getting in range and then firing 1 shot. And that's what costed MellowCoffee this fight. This was a good win, and he got tested. Pry got tested in this fight against MellowCoffee. Shout out to both of these gentlemen. It's a good fight. It's a good, contrast of styles too, especially contrast in matchups. I didn't want to see Adesanya versus Alex Pereira again. You see that all the time. But good on Mellow for the Costa pick. Good on Pry for the Adesanya pick. And great use of some of those defensive actions as he pulls away with the victory with 3 seconds left in round 3.
Yeah, 100% MellowCoffee.
It was 1-1.
Wow.
It was. I said it, man. It was 1-1. And that one mistake from MellowCoffee. One mistake was all it took. And that's what it takes against the best guys in the world.
And MellowCoffee, like you said, he looked really good. And he was fighting amazingly, and he's putting Pry in the cooker a couple of times. He was landing those hooks. He was hurting him. Pry really had to face some adversity there. But that just shows how good Pryoxis is in this game. I feel like this is a perfect game for Pryoxis. He really synergizes well with a game like UFC 6, where it seems like you're rewarded more for fighting off of your back foot and being a little bit more unique than the previous iteration. So yeah, Pryoxis looked phenomenal. Another huge win over a very dangerous, gritty Paulo Costa.
It's his first one, right? First win in the ESFL for the season?
I believe so. But he's got some other wins in other organizations in Mellow MMA. Yeah. So he's been doing good in the competitive scene.
He beat Crooks.
Big win of Crooks over Crooks.
Yeah, over Crooks. That one was also close. Those 3-round fights, it's been 1-1 both times, and then he's just able to eke it out in that final second. And it was no easy feat. So that honestly, that might have been my favorite fight from a technical perspective. Even though it ended in a finish, like you got to see one fighter make an adjustment, throwing some round shots, throwing some round kicks, probably making some good defensive reads, showing y'all not supposed to counter every single time you slip. Let the stamina go down, make the read. And I thought that was a great showcase of chaining and lunges, chaining and head movement together, and especially with Adesanya. So great win for Pryoxis and a good performance from MellowCoffee.
Such a great fight, such an amazing event so far. But guys, we are going to do our question, and we're going to be going over to the YouTube channel to do this question. So make sure you go to the YouTube channel on the ESFL's YouTube, and Xbox. It's going to be for an Xbox code, and we will be doing the Twitch giveaway for our second question a little bit later tonight. So we're going to be just waiting for that question to come on to the screen. It's all me. Okay, so the question 1, guys, is what month and year was the ESFL Live Vegas? What month and year was the ESFL Live Vegas. The first one to answer that in the YouTube will get the Xbox code. And let's see who is the winner. Boiler will have to pop the message to me in here, but there it is. There's the question. Let's see who gets it right.
Gets it right. Who gets it right?
What are the answers here? What are people saying in there? Are you seeing it, Romero? Let's see. I've got to tune in here.
I mean, yeah. Let me take a look at my phone real quick.
Okay, we're getting June 2021, June 17th, March 2022.
We're getting trying to say my birthday.
So many different people guessing. So
okay,
close, the ESFL Gaming said.
Okay,
so many people want this code. Oh, it is.
Hold on.
ZX Raider got it right. Oh my goodness, ZX Raider. No? Are you sure?
No.
ZCX Raider? That's what,
it wasn't Raider. Oh wait, Raider. He did get it. It was Raider. I'm messing with you. Yep, Raider got it. Raider got it.
It is.
That was the day.
That's a Ninja Squad alumni right now for my stream too. I hang out with him all the time. Congratulations, Raider. ZCX Raider.
Hey man, yeah, June 2022 is when the big belt came home to me. That's it.
Wow, that is crazy that you were the one that won the event. You're in the commentary booth, and that was the question. I mean, that's just special. What was it like winning that? What was it like winning that, Romero? Because I remember you were very emotional at the end, but throughout the tournament, you were composed, completely composed.
Dude, like I had so much going on. I hadn't played like in such a long time. My father was like dealing with cancer, stuff like that, so I was able to use like the money to go and help pay for his medical payments out in DR.
Wow.
So that was cool. That's but special. The competition is like, for the longest time, like everyone's like, now we have crossplay, but for the longest time, it's like Xbox this, PS this, and I was able to take out so many PlayStation and Xbox champions, right there in person. I always said, like I kind of said, my dude, if I get warmed up and I'm like in front of anybody, I'll beat them. I'll beat them. And as the day went on in Vegas, I started getting better. And even then, I still don't rate it as like the best performance. I think it was like super fun. In my I rate that performance like a B+. I'm like, if I wanted to like, even if I won the whole thing, I'm like, man, if I would have like blanked everybody and nobody could rock me, nobody could stun me, nobody could knock me down, that's an A++. But it was a fun time, and it was just great to see a good. The community aspect was cool. Got to link up with a couple of my boys there, got to train out there. It was just fun, and it culminated into a very fun day that, they got to do one for UFC 6, like an actual ESFL World Championship, not whatever they did out in London. That was a little pub action. They got to do some actual action. Feel me?
I feel you. And then one more question for you. What's the difference between playing someone online and playing someone face-to-face in that LAN setting? Was there any nerves? Or were you just cool, calm, and collected?
There's nothing anybody could do to me. But
confidence.
Yeah, so offline it's just because online you have like lag, you have like MS, you have a lot of things that can play a factor.
Right.
For example, and also denials too. So like in UFC 4, you had like the Osotogari online, super hard. It was like pretty hard to deny. Like people could mix that in. It was like worthless at the live event. Like nobody could get it. It was worthless. Adesanya was ass cheeks in UFC 4 online. He fucking sucked. But everybody in the live event, they used Izzy, and they're like, why does he feel better offline than he feels online? And I think a lot of that has to do with delay. A lot of it has to do with certain frames and stuff like that. So it's really, it was really cool to kind of like figure that out in live time. And counters too. Like a lot of counters are just even better. Counters a lot better because there's you're right there. You're right in front of the person. So you get to let loose another rip.
All right, awesome. A nice little blast from the past. The question, congratulations, Raider, winning that Xbox code. We'll be doing another code on Twitch a little bit later.
Raider went on my Instagram. I bet you Raider went on my Instagram. Pull that shit up.
We're going to be getting on to this next event. It's going to be the co-main event here. Or is this... No, we're the co-main. We're at the co-main now.
Yeah.
We're at the co-main, ladies and gentlemen. It's JC21 versus what? Wait, am I confused right now?
Brother, hold on.
Yo, can you help me out, Romero? Who's fighting next?
I will take it from here. Okay.
Thank you. Take it away.
Excuse me, you have been concussed. This is not JC. This is Muay Thai Jesus. Okay, Muay Thai Jesus patient counter striker. He'll clinch. He'll get dirty if he needs to. He don't care.
Boom.
He is a win by any means necessary individual. He is much like go to MMA. This man is a ranked demon. Like he has hours and thousands of games on rank, bro. Look at his stuff in UFC 5. I look over at that thing and I go, God damn, brother. Like how? But the difference is he's winning the ESFL belt in the last game. I think UFC 5 favored his style a lot more, but he's taking on DirrtyDave, and they're in middleweight. Okay, so we're going from welterweight a lot to middleweight a lot. And middleweight had seemed to be the home of Alex Pereira, but we've seen two Adesanyas pick up a victory so far. And DirrtyDave, you know, he's a grappler at first. I thought he'd go more like Hamza from based on what I'm seeing here on the screen. I mean, GSP is a viable option, but he's locking in Alex Pereira. We're going Izzy versus Adesanya. Izzy versus Adesanya. You got me tripping. We got Adesanya versus Pereira. We got Chama versus Izzy. Let's get it going for our co-main event. Muay Thai Jesus, DirrtyDave, two ESFL champions taking it on.
And DirrtyDave's coming off a big win over CIA Webcam. So let's see if he can keep racking them up with Alex Pereira. We got the default cam here tonight. Muay Thai Jesus. Let's see what he's got with Israel Adesanya. Can he deal with the calf kicks? Can he deal with the power? Can he fight well?
Streaming this. Who's playing on this camera?
I have no idea.
Oh,
but it's a 5-rounder. Talk about 5-rounders. What's the difference between a 3-rounder and a 5-rounder in this game?
So honestly, like 3-rounders are management of like those big impactful moments. Like you can see a lesser competitor squeak away a win against a really good guy in a 3-rounder because, you know, it just takes one mistake, right? And then 3 rounds is done. 5-rounders, if the vets have usually shown a better case study of being able to kind of pull away in the later rounds, barring any shenanigans, like any exploits and stuff like that, those later rounds really start to show the dividends to the body, the damage, the stun meter, which is an invisible meter that goes behind the head of, which I'll explain some other time. A lot of stuff starts to add up over time, and you get to see who's clean. Muay Thai Jesus.
Romero dropping Easter eggs all day today, giving us the knowledge, putting us on game. And DirrtyDave, the stamina, but he avoids that spinning kick. Beautiful. And that opens up a nice opportunity for him to rock Muay Thai Jesus and get an injury on the head early.
Dude, the crazy part about that is that I love the way that DirrtyDave, like, he didn't go crazy with the combos. You're just saying 5 rounds. He's like, all right, I'm gonna rip a body kick. Muay Thai Jesus tried to parry, so he ate extra damage to the body. Beautiful counter left hook. I love that animation for Adesanya with that left hook. And we're starting to see, like, this is a upper echelon of competition. You got some 2 champs here. I'm impressed to see Dave. I mean, when I played him at Vegas, you know, he was mainly trying to grapple, but he's showing some confidence right now on the feet with Chama.
That just shows how great this new striking system is. Players like DirrtyDave adapting to the striking, to the fighter uniqueness. Bang! Right down the pipe. DirrtyDave just launches on Muay Thai Jesus. And Muay Thai's eating some damage here. Switching stances, Romero, trying his best to keep the Chama off of him.
I think maybe Muay Thai Jesus was the one that chose the weight class, and he probably didn't expect for Dave to pick Alex because, you know, he grapples. But when you're somebody like Dave, and you already know your grappling is good, and you're like, well, if I take away what would be Muay Thai Jesus' best striking pick, I force him into these exchanges. And what I'm seeing here is like those animations from Alex are carrying really well. I don't like that he was southpaw. Okay, he switches back to orthodox, but I would love to see Why you switch back to southpaw? What are you doing? I would love to see him start ripping some sneaky shots to the body because the stamina really takes a hit in the middleweight divisions, Rob.
It really does. And another question for you, Romero. Is this game more counter pick heavy? Like, do you have to really think about your picks and your opponent picks more than UFC 5, or is it similar? What do you think?
I'd say more than 5. I'd say more than 5. Mainly because 5, like, there was an abundant tier. I never did this tier list video for 5, mainly because I was like so jaded from 5 at a certain point. But I should probably do it for 6 because you're starting to see, like, you know, Ilya Taporia used to run shit on 5 when he got added to lightweight.
Right.
But I haven't seen a Taporia. I think I've seen a Taporia win one time, and I think that was down in featherweight. I didn't even see a win in lightweight. And there's much more variety with those animations and the different shots that it can affect. Like, all right, like if this is how you play, you're probably not going to use this guy.
Right.
And we're seeing right here, like, this is some clean striking from both gentlemen. Nothing crazy, nothing super fancy, very methodical, and they're trying to pick their shots to get that final KO shot when they get it done.
Definitely trying to be economical with their stamina, trying to make sure their short terms all the way filled up. A slight advantage from DirrtyDave. The block, how big is it for the block meter, like in a 5-round fight? You really don't want to block too much, right? But they seem like they have pretty good block health here.
If I'm not mistaken, I think they low-key buffed the block in this game because it does feel a little bit stronger than it did in 5, and I think that's a big aspect of it. Nice preemptive slip from DirrtyDave. I'm just checking with Alex's switch stances. So I got this.
Yeah, what is that? Ooh, body shots landing for DirrtyDave as you check that. Beautiful work.
Yeah, I mean, his switch stance is an 80 in southpaw, so he's losing out on a lot of that power. But now that he's back in orthodox, he can really start to work. I would love to see DirrtyDave start timing that calf kick when Muay Thai Jesus is ducking or slipping, because that's going to do an extensive amount of damage. I mean, Alex has 98 kick power. Nice counter. Muay Thai Jesus starting to find the shots, but just as I say that, he whips. Beautiful rear hook. Tries to get in the sneaky chama kick there. Dude, DirrtyDave, you've been in the lab. I'm loving the way you're striking right now, bro.
Yeah, he's controlling the center. He's not backing up. There's the takedown right there. He needs a body kick. So, when your block is low, right, when it's deteriorated short term, how much more damage percentage are you taking?
It depends on the move level. The thing is that body kicks and head kicks, where it may not seem like it's doing much on like the bar itself, it does a lot on the long term, and it bleeds through a lot more. So if your block gets low and your body health is low, you block a body kick, and you go, why block that? Why did it hurt me? I'm like, dude, take a full impact body kick and see how much blocking is going to help with your arms. But Muay Thai Jesus, I think he's reaching too much with his shots. That trick helped him out, though, because, just like I said, dude, I'm cursing these guys big time. He lands that body kick and starts to take away the stamina advantage. But that trip, people want to avoid getting that trip landed on them because it saps away so much stamina when you land on your body like that. This is
very good.
If the last fight was a fun back and forth clash of like two guys were going at it, they were dangerously like throwing. Pry had his defense and Mellow had like his offense, and we're seeing the flashes of the counter offense in both ways. You're seeing a super clean, super nice technical performance from both of these guys. And Muay Thai Jesus takes a backstepping cross to take himself out of range, and this high level adjustment, dude. This is high level. Like, this is really high level. Like, this is, for Muay Thai's part, understanding the threats from Pereira. And this isn't, the rest of the card, has some champions, not champions, but top contenders. But this is a champion versus champion matchup, and you're seeing the levels here. And Muay Thai actually, Muay Thai may have been landing some more shots. It just always concerns me with the damage that Alex is able to deal, because his one hook can count for like 3 or 4 Izzy jabs. You feel me?
I do feel you. I've been in there a lot, and it's just game changing. You think you're in the lead, you're doing great, and then all of a sudden one of those bombs detonates on your face, and that's what DirrtyDave is looking for. They both have their flow state as we get into round number 3, and this has been such a technical delight. Both guys showing great striking prowess, and it's pretty even. If you had to say, who do you think's winning as Muay Thai Jesus eats a clean head kick? It's hard to judge.
It is hard to judge, but I think what's hurting Dave is when he switches to southpaw, because what I'm noticing is that he doesn't deal as much damage because Alex's switch stance is an 80. And because of that, Muay Thai Jesus ends up coming out at the end of these exchanges in a much better spot. Whereas if he was orthodox in those exchanges, he would have probably rocked him or maybe hurt him a little bit more. And so I'm noticing some adjustments from Muay Thai Jesus, and I'm going to tell you what they are. He's not, now that he knows that Dave is going for preemptive head movement, he's not attacking where his head is, he's attacking where his head is going to be after the animation slips out. And that is why those shots are landing through for Muay Thai Jesus, and I can see Muay Thai Jesus pulling away now as we're heading to round 3.
Yeah, midpoint of round 3. Muay Thai Jesus and DirrtyDave in the center, eating kicks, exchanging kicks, and that's Muay Thai Jesus with 2 vicious kicks. And again, that kind of causes DirrtyDave to switch to that southpaw stance. His leg is pretty good, but what kind of danger is his leg in, would you say?
I think he's fine for now. I mean,
yeah,
the problem is that, like, now if he kicks with that rear leg, I mean, Alex's leg health is a 95. If he accidentally kicks with that rear leg, and this is a unk callback, all right, man. This is a throwback callback I'm about to say here. Goat 1099 lost to Adveda X. He lost the title back in UFC 3 because I believe he was using Yoel Romero. Adveda was using Robert Whittaker. Or it might have been the other way around. But what I do know is Adveda was oblique kicking the shit out of Goat 1099. And Goat kicked with the bad leg and he got knocked down. Muay Thai Jesus, he's like, you know what? If he wants to switch, he's showing some style bender flow. He's being very economical. This is like akin to like style bender in his defense days. Like before, you know, the dynamicism of like moving the head a lot. I think that's more like what Pry was doing. But this is like champion Adesanya, where he's picking away. And I'm starting to see the edge go into Muay Thai Jesus' favor. But we know Alex has the power to put anybody out with one big mistake.
Your brain must be studied one day, Romero, because your memory is very impressive. As we get into the last 10 seconds, to be able to call back to that moment is incredible, man. And there's this respect being shown between the two, and we got a really evenly contested fight. Both guys are landing body shots.
It can be, you know, I could see it being 2-1 Muay Thai. I can see it being, like, I feel like Muay Thai's been landing some cleaner shots now for sure, but this, it's rough, dude. It's rough. I mean, you can never tell because of the damage that Alex does. It can skew the judge's perspective, especially because it racks up those numbers. And now we head into round 4. I do think that if Muay Thai gets the better of these exchanges, if there's no rock on the edge of Dirty Dave, I think he's going to start pulling away this fight, Rob.
So what do you think about Alex Pereira? Do you think he needs a little bit of a nerf? Do you think he's too OP? What's the weaknesses there when you're playing Alex Pereira? Is there any?
There's weaknesses, obviously, with grappling, but it's honestly the way his flow state works. But both gentlemen are opting not to activate their flow state. Alex's flow state, oh my God.
Oh, beautiful head kick.
And I think that's going to seal the fight, dude. Against good guys, actions like that make it almost impossible to come back. And now you're seeing the feints. You're seeing the Adesanya flow. Uses the forward lunge to step into range. Throws in that cross. I mean, that rear calf kick. And then it starts to set up his right hand. Good work. And now Dirty Dave, this is the difference between a guy who's grappling and then going to striking and a guy who's been striking mainly but can also grapple. Because now Dave has to take more chances. And much like MellowCoffee versus Pry, he's starting to go forward, but he's not cutting off. And Muay Thai Jesus' defense has been on point. He took shots early in those first 2 rounds, but now he's starting to pull away with the momentum. And momentum is a huge thing in 5-round fights, Rob. And he's controlling the clock. He gained those feints. He's freezing Dave in space. Dave goes for the wrong counter with Pereira. He goes for a cross. The hook would have done the job. It would have done the job. And that's the difference between 5 and 4, brother. And he goes for a takedown like Izzy did. Takes down Alex in round 4. I told you. This man was by any means. And he gets because he just wanted to flex.
Muay Thai Jesus looking like a smooth criminal out there, ladies and gentlemen. You can really tell he's really finding his rhythm. He might not be inputting the flow state, but he is in the flow state in real life, and he is feigning. He's kicking. He's making a miss, and Dirty Dave kind of looks like a fish out of water in this round.
Yeah, that's the difference between 5-rounders. If it was a 3-rounder, I could see like a lot of stuff changing with both of their approach. But because Muay Thai knows you got room to pick. But dude, there's gonna be a body health event soon if he catches him with another one. And you know, Muay Thai Jesus is putting it on for the PlayStation ESFL champions. As this is a PlayStation versus Xbox ESFL champion bout. And he's looking clean right now against Dirty Dave. Really snatching that momentum. The K1 camp is coming in clutch. And it's 45 seconds. And I think Dave is just a little bit out of his element now. I mean, he took away Alex. I think he thought that, you know, Muay Thai is only good with Alex because of what he's able to do. But Muay Thai showing, nah, brother. I've been working. And he's managing the clock. And he's going to probably look to take a decision if the 5th round goes the exact same way.
Yeah, definitely. I wonder if Dirty Dave is just going to, like, change it up and just go for broke here. It seems like he needs to, right? Just go out on your shield, maybe create some chaos, come forward,
But see,
do what he does in real life.
Yeah, but if you create chaos, that says that your game plan isn't working. It means that
Right.
whatever you've done, like you're trying to rely on a huge mistake. There's calculated chaos like Swiss and guys like that, and then there's just chaos where like, dude, this guy's been a sniper. He's not gonna fall for it. It's gonna take a massive mistake for Muay Thai Jesus to lose this fight. Like a body kick has to be thrown in the pocket, and then Dave's gonna have to rip like 3 hooks or something. But him going southpaw, it's gonna hurt him. It's gonna lessen his chances. And I think Muay Thai Jesus knows this. He knows that Dave isn't gonna open up, and he's showing some clean technical work on the PlayStation side with the striking. He has DirrtyDave reacting to everything that he's doing, and this is a beautiful, clean performance from Muay Thai Jesus.
He looks invincible in there. So you don't think coming forward and just throwing shots is going to be the solve to the riddle for DirrtyDave? You think he just keep going and try to wait for Muay Thai Jesus to maybe make a mistake, which he's probably not going to do, as he just unloads a beautiful mix-up on DirrtyDave.
That's the momentum. Yep, that's the momentum. In these 5-rounders, momentum is huge. And you, in order to create the chaos, to get those like knockdowns, to force those exchanges, you have to have experience in doing that. DirrtyDave, when the fight gets rough for him, he grapples. You know, he goes to grapples. He gets a takedown. That's what he does to change the narrative. Alex doesn't have that option, so he's not going to be able to do that. There's no threat behind it. It's going to take a massive mistake from Muay Thai Jesus, and he seems to be immune from making any. Started out a little bit rocky in the damage department, but he is running away with this fight. He's managing the clock really well. Delayed combination, beautiful Izzy flow, lands a calf kick. Not even really getting touched now. Beautiful combination, Muay Thai Jesus. Muay Thai Jesus is in the flow, man. He's in the flowing of Jesus. He's really, really putting in a lot of good work. Nice calf kick. Y'all wonder how to use some leg kicks. This is how you do it. Say that leg kicks are useless because he's working that, man. He's working it really well. And he doesn't have to go for a head kick. He doesn't have to go for anything flashy. He sticks to what he's doing. This victory is his.
Definitely. He's on point here as the fight concludes. He's just looked absolutely magnificent so far. Just standing his ground, popping off his shots, and just attacking that leg kick. Oh, there's a head kick, but a little too late. Boom. Body kick lands, and this looks like it's in the bag from Muay Thai Jesus.
It's really, really, really quality. Nice
Oh, another right hand.
Oh, yeah. The speed of Izzy is really what's doing it because of the stamina, right? All that damage is built up. Dude, in UFC 5, you could have a performance that Muay Thai Jesus is having right now, playing in this way, and then maybe there would be a way for DirrtyDave to come back. But one thing you guys haven't noticed, but I'm going to point it out to y'all. Y'all notice that Alex Pereira is limping and there's no leg health event? Look, pay attention to his feet. Pay attention to his feet. He's limping. And now he's actually rocked.
I love that. I love that. So when does his leg start limping? Is it a certain threshold or?
Yeah, like once the health gets to a certain point, you've been rocked, the limp starts to happen because you're hampered because of the movement. So people have been wondering, is leg health going to be affected? Yeah, it has. And, you know, DirrtyDave, he started out strong. He countered that spinning hook kick spinning side kick really well. But after that point, you know, round 2 was kind of close. Since round 3, 4, and 5, Muay Thai Jesus should be the rightful winner of this bout with a very clean, technical Izzy performance. Even gets a takedown in the same round that Izzy took down Alex Pereira. It's a little ode to that. Dude, this was great. This might have been the cleanest performance on the card so far, honestly. Like 5 rounds across. Chopped the leg, chopped the body, chopped the head. Didn't force anything.
Ladies and gentlemen,
being dynamic wasn't the big thing. It was being precise, dominant, defending champion out of something. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see Muay Thai Jesus come out as the victor in this bout.
Let's hear it. Israel Adesanya. And there was, just absolutely clinical performance by Muay Thai Jesus, and that's against a top competitor that was at the Esports Live event in Vegas, DirrtyDave. So watch out for Muay Thai Jesus out there. Maybe a Muay Thai Jesus Word Life connection could be made in the future. That would be a great one. But yeah, Muay Thai Jesus showing, hey, I'm here and I am technical as hell. Watch out for me.
That was great. It was just clean. 48-47. So right. So,
wow.
Yeah, like I said it could have been the damage. Could have been 2-1, like, you know, for Muay Thai Jesus. I mean, one judge had round 3 10-10. 10-10 from judge 2. So had Dirty Dave not gotten rocked in round 4 and it was actually able to fire out some offense, he could have potentially taken that fight.
Yeah, a lot closer than we thought, huh? I mean, sheesh. It seemed like he was really taking over at the end there.
Yeah, rounds 3, 4, and 5 were clearly his rounds. I thought, round 3, I know Dave landed some really good shots around the end, so maybe that could have earned it. But I mean, the rifle guy won. I think he won.
For sure.
I mean, he finished out real strong, and he did a great job. But Dave, usually a grappler. It is an exhibition card. I know the wins get counted, but not really. But get counted, but not really. The losses still sting. The wins are still good. But good on Dave for choosing Alex. Trying to get some work in. Muay Thai Jesus, great performance. But now we're into some interesting work here in welterweights. We're back here again. God damn it! Why we gotta be back here, Rob?
Yep. Before we get there, we still have one last question, Romero. And if you want to go ahead and read this one. If you want to see it, it's in there. We're going to be on Twitch only, guys. Go over to Twitch. Twitch.tv/ESFL Gaming and get your question. Romero, you want to read this one? Do you see it?
Yes. Name at least 3 of the semifinalists of ESFL London. This will be Twitch only.
All right, there you go, guys. Name at least 3 of the 4 semifinalists of ESFL London. Get your answers in. It's giveaway time. We're giving away a PS copy of the game. And we're already getting people guessing. Word Life is guessing himself. Word Life 97. Wait, Word Life, were you even there? Wait, you weren't in London?
Nah, London was like it was like a nice little gathering, like a community gathering. It wasn't a world title, so I had no business being there.
Did you think about going there? Did you
I was thinking about it, but the winnings didn't match what Vegas had, and it also wasn't gonna have the same number of competitors. Like I think London had like 10 or 11 or something like that, and Vegas had 24. And there was a lot more. There was way more ESFL champions. I think there was only one with an asterisk on it at the ESFL London. Yeah, feel me?
Yep, I feel you. So you said ESFL London much more of a dangerous weighted competition.
I think London was more of it was a great community builder for that region. I think it was good to get the live event scene going. And I think,
we got an answer here, Romero.
Got an answer. Okay.
Who got it?
You read it out. Put it
Andola. Andola is correct. Nas Prophet Carnalito.
Carnalito. Yep, that's
Carnalito.
correct. Carnalito.
There you go.
Prophet. Yep.
It is Andola, your winner.
Prophet was actually a guy. He surprised a lot of people because I think nobody had seen him. This is what I mean about offline versus online. The guy was like kind of unranked here and there, but he was mainly an offline player, and I believe he made the final. Or he at least made the semifinal.
Yeah, final against Nas.
Yeah, he shocked a lot of people, and that's the difference between offline and online. But I do think ESFL, EA Sports UFC, and especially if we get another partnership with the UFC again, we should do more regional events like ESFL London. Like, ESFL New York, you get ESFL LA, ESFL
That'd be
Texas.
Awesome, man.
Right? You get more events
UFC
like
League? The UFC League was prime.
Oh, that was great. Yeah, that was great.
That was amazing.
Yeah, that was good. So more of that. Yeah, more of that, and then you get another big event like Vegas where you had everybody flying in from different parts of the world.
Oh, man.
Good. Yeah,
that would be special.
That'd be really good. So something to look for next one. Texas.
Ooh, Texas.
I've
always wanted to go to Texas.
I always want to go to Texas too. I mean, we do Texas and then, have all the world guys fly in, and it basically going to be Vegas point 2, and then you'll see me there.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, there it is. There's our giveaway. And we got something special here. Our main event of the evening, Romero. Let us break this down. What's going on? We got PapaDoc.
Oh, PapaDoc.
How do you feel about PapaDoc? He's a veteran. He's an OG.
That's my campmate, dog. That's my dog, man. Hey, Pop. So PapaDoc.
Yep.
With PapaDoc, I mean, GSP versus Makhachev. Makhachev has the advantage in the overall power. I don't know how well Doc is going to use GSP's animations. I'm sure he's been in the lab with him, and I'm sure he's going to work on trying to interrupt Makhachev, especially if Makhachev's throwing that rear hand a lot. Makhachev, what he does better than GSP is that he has some really, really nasty subs on top, those pressure chokes and everything. GSP has a obviously quality armbar, but both gentlemen, it's going to be a battle of who gets top position first. I promise you, whoever gets a knockdown, whoever gets on top first and gets to show off the wrestling. Trickzzy, quality wrestling, good clinch game, good offense in general. Whoever does that first, I think it's going to be going to the traffic coming.
All right, here we go. PapaDoc. I feel like he's played GSP in the past, but I might be mistaken. But Trickzzy, Islam Makhachev, this is going to be an interesting battle. A lot's probably going to be taken on the feet, but they will go to the ground if necessary. But maybe it's just insurance, you know? Hey, at least I could grapple if it goes there.
I mean, yeah, but you got, if you want to grapple, you got to take that damage. And Doc, he actually lost to, you know, Swiss Liebachs in the Mellow MMA card. You know, two campmates going at it. He rebounded with a quality win on ESFL last year. So he's, whoa, my lord! Holy PapaDoc!
Already coming out like a banshee. PapaDoc putting it on Trickzzy early, cracking him in the clinch. He's all over him, Romero.
Wow, PapaDoc with the confidence. He said, yeah, brother, we could do this. We could swing. Dude, to start out with a knockdown early, Trickzzy does a great job of breaking out of that position. But remember, this is 5 rounds, and PapaDoc has to pace himself. You throw this damage out there too early, and you gas out against Makhachev against a quality guy like Trickzzy, no good. And Trickzzy, open stance, landing that body kick. PapaDoc's health, GSP's chin is not the greatest. Everybody knows this. It's like, you know, sitting the 92, 93, something around that line. And man, that's a fast start to this fight, Rob.
Most definitely a thunderous start, but here we go. Trickzzy stabilizing early, and he's starting to let his hands go. We all know Trickzzy is notorious for his combinations, his lightning fast combinations, his mix-ups. But hey, Romero, could you come out and try to go for the first round finish in esports event like this? Would it be smart?
I mean, I got a good portion of them, but it's not. You can't force it. You can't force it.
Right.
If you force it,
if it's there, it's there.
Yeah, like if it happens, it happens. If you force it, you're gonna be against anybody competent. They're gonna make you pay for it. And honestly, I didn't even know. Damn, beautiful little single from PapaDoc, almost max GA. But this GSP's prime stats, I think before it was a 92, they actually have that stat sitting at a 94, so his chin actually can serve here. It can work here. His submission defense is at 97, submission offense at a 94. Blocking is at a 99 for GSP. Shit, I learned something new today. I didn't know they did that for him. You know why? It's because EA's in Canada. That's why. They should have given an extra love. That's what it is, Rob.
Oh, extra love for GSP. That's nice. Prime GSP 94. There. Ooh, couple of shots. Ooh, that's quick from Islam Makhachev. Those straights.
Dude, wow.
Firing out there.
That's a beautiful animation from Makhachev too, like a very clean one. Now the punch power is the advantage for Makhachev. The kick power, GSP has only one over Makhachev, but those rear body kicks are Makhachev's favorite, especially that head kick that he knocked out my boy Volk with. I mean, Doc has to manage himself with. Hey, bro, I'm always gonna be hurting over that one, dude. But the body work, this is the difference here. Look at the open stance matchup. Southpaw versus Orthodox, landing that southpaw kick on the liver. And I think Trickzzy has found a little bit of a weakness in the armor PapaDoc where he's firing off that body kick. Now, if I'm Doc, you got to take a mental note of that. He's winning on the head health, but he's got to watch for the body. 3 seconds left. I think both gentlemen are going to understand. All right, 2 champs understanding the assignment at hand. What are you thinking, Rob?
So I'm thinking like when your opponent is landing those vicious body kicks again and again and again, what are you thinking as the defender? Are you like, man, there's no way he's gonna do it again? Are you just blocking that? Are you trying to get out of range of it? What are you doing as like a high-level player, Romero, to deal with that?
You have to make the person. You have to give them a reason to not throw it. It's not enough to just block the kicks. If you catch it, you trip them. You catch it, you punch them in the face a couple times, you wear away at their block. You catch it, you take them down. Everything, you have to have some type of response, or you make them whiff and you counter. But you have to have a response that makes them go, okay, maybe I probably shouldn't throw that again. Because if it's there and it's free, why not? We saw Warlife do it against Peyton. He threw 60.
Yeah, and that could snowball really quick if you start letting those land. You're already seeing the stamina advantage for Trickzzy in this 5-round fight, and that is huge. PapaDoc definitely, and there's another one. PapaDoc's body health is getting smoked here.
Ooh, and the other thing is too, is that Makhachev's cardio is better than GSP's. It's 3 points higher. And the body health, I mean, GSP has good body health, but just like say that, PapaDoc gets another rock, but dude, that investment into the body from Trickzzy. If this is against somebody who has 93 cardio, and in the later rounds, it's going to affect the stamina pool where it drains from. And so if Trickzzy, oh wow, dude, what a well-timed takedown from PapaDoc. All right, Rob.
Here we go, and that's what you want to see in every round so far. PapaDoc's been able to stun Trickzzy and get a beautiful takedown. Oh man, Trickzzy able to reverse the position with his ground game, but let's see what he's got on top.
I mean, here, he doesn't have to do much. If you pay attention to the middle of PapaDoc's overlay, see how those body shots are adding up? Little by little, it's just adding up. PapaDoc has to try to get some type of reversal. Oh, Trickzzy gets up. He recognizes, hey, my stamina too low. I don't want to hang it for too long. You need to avoid that full guard as a control position right now if you're PapaDoc. Because of that disadvantage, he gets another takedown. If you're PapaDoc, work the body. Work the body. Working the head might be a little bit too risky. Work the body.
Wow, you never think to work the body, or at least my level of thinking, because you think the head health is low, I have a chance, but you just want to equalize that stamina game is what you're saying, Romero.
Yeah, and if the guy knows you're only going headshots, you're giving him an opportunity to frame.
Right.
Go in one body shot, go in two body shots, and then start attacking the head. But Trickzzy does a wonderful job of recovering back into guard. And remember, with the subs, if Trickzy's able to get an armbar with Makhachev or Kimura, that's going to attack the block meter. All right? And PapaDoc, he has a high block stat with GSP, but the lower your stamina is, the more damage you take. And another sneaky body kick lands, and now PapaDoc is whiffing. And when you see somebody whiffing like that, you can tell that it's kind of bothering them that those shots they're trying to answer and it's not there. He's considering switching stance with GSP to try to take away that open stance body kick. But I don't know, man. This is why the 5-round fights are different. 5-round fights are different, Rob.
They're very different. This one seems to be a little bit more fast-paced than that one we saw previously, but this is a lighter weight as well. What do you think is the reason these guys don't ever use the flow state perks at this highest level?
I think, you know, what I think it is that they don't like the visual. Some people just don't like the visual, or maybe they're saving it. The thing is, though, both of these guys, their flow state is on the ground. So it wouldn't make sense for them to pop it right now because it has to work on the ground. You know, Makhachev has checkmate, right? Makhachev has checkmate, and GSP has, I believe he has, check, escapist. So they both kind of counter each other. Escapist works as sub-defense, but it also works as fastest transitions from all top guard positions. So if PapaDoc were to get to half guard, pop his flow state, and then use that to get to mount, that would work good for him. In Trickzy's case, he gets a knockdown and then rips that checkmate. Might have a good chance there.
Romero, the encyclopedia for EA Sports UFC 6, here with us on the broadcast. PapaDoc's left eye on GSP is hurt. He's taking a lot of body kicks, and he's really been stifled here in this 5-round fight, it feels like, and Trickzzy is flowing. He did have a couple rocks early, but Trickzzy seems to kind of be in control here, in my opinion. What do you think, Romero?
I think that where Trickzy's, nice head kick. Trickzy's gained the better of the exit exchanges, and that's why he's landing that shot. Now that head kick's gonna open up. PapaDoc can't afford to switch because GSP has a 92 switch stance. But if I'm PapaDoc right now, you gotta look to duck those shots and try to get into a takedown again, because Trickzzy is now pulling after 1 or 2 shots and when he commits to the body, and so him pulling is going to open up the opportunity. And we're seeing much like against JDM, like now he's starting to attack the calf kick. Trickzzy starting to pull away now. I think Doc had like the first 2 rounds off of damage, but now Trickzzy, that stamina advantage is going huge for Trickzzy. And this is the difference, bro. So it's really good counters from Trickzzy so far.
And it seems like the speed on Makhachev, is it the speed of the person inputting how fast you press the buttons? Does that have any impact on how fast you throw combos? For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So it seems like Trickzzy is one of those guys that just throws these lightning fast combinations whenever I watch him compete.
Yeah, and right now he's planting. Before, he only threw 1 or 2 shots. He was managing his stamina really well with Makhachev, being very economical. Now, he can afford to let loose, and look at the body health. Body health at the highest level. Y'all seen this in live time on this card. look at where it puts the position of PapaDoc right now. He can't even afford to pull counter. If he pull counters right now and gets nailed by a body kick, it's gonna rock him.
Detonates on him. Trickzzy on top looking for the finish.
Wow, PapaDoc.
Beautiful job.
Survive. One posture will end it though for Trickzzy. Oh, denial. PapaDoc holding on. Trickzzy has an XPA. He's gonna transition him out, and this fight might be over.
Danger zone.
Oh, he's able to escape.
He's out.
Oh, but a denial there. I think PapaDoc is panicking a little bit because now we're starting to see how. Look at how this plays out into the grappling. Look how it plays out into like the striking. That stamina advantage is big time. PapaDoc escapes again. He's surviving like a roach in a nuclear war, refusing to get finished on the ground here, Ron.
Man, them Hawaiian roaches are hard to kill. I totally know how that goes. And PapaDoc trying his best to get to round number 4. Trickzzy all over him. And it seems like Islam Makhachev builds that GA faster with those body punches.
I honestly do that. He's just on point now. It's now all or nothing. Like, look at how much Trickzzy was able to throw.
That might be a 10-8 round.
Yeah, he threw a lot that round, and a lot of his shots on the ground. Obviously, they don't separate striking and grappling stats, but everything started with the body kicks. The body kicks opened up everything, and now PapaDoc finds himself in a position where he needs to A, get top position, B, can't afford to relinquish it at all in the slightest. Oh no, not a freeze.
No.
No.
What did you do? Romero, what did you do?
I did what the fuck?
All right, guys.
Oh my gosh.
Well, let's just talk about what we've seen so far. You were just getting into it was the body kicks that started it all off.
No.
He lost internet connection. Now he's playing NBA 2K26.
No, we're back.
Strange. All right, here we go, guys. Round number 4. Championship rounds, Romero.
So right now, Doc has to take him down and then try to get a submission attempt off. Trickzzy is now doing what Jesus did. He's doing what Pryoxis did. Notice a common theme with a lot of the champions. It's that they understand, all right, I'm winning the fight now. I can draw him into my shots. You know, PapaDoc isn't, you know, he has 3 bails around. He can afford to go for that single leg bail right now if he wants to. But he knows that if he gets caught in single under, he's in for a bad time. And I think that Doc has to understand that right now, the open stance body kick is not your friend. And the more that you let time waste away not making a decision, the more the fight's going to slip away. Because the first 2 rounds, you can give it a Doc. Round 3 may as well have been a 10-8. And I'm going to probably have it all tied up here heading into this round. And I think Trickzzy's going to get the finish. Oh, no hip toss. Denial from PapaDoc. That was a beautiful MMA transition there. But there's the body work. Oh, my God. Trickzzy's looking so good. 5 rounds. 5 rounds does so much.
Dang, PapaDoc just looks like a statue in there. He's just not really moving, unable to. He's just constantly getting hurt, Romero, and he's just kind of fighting for dear life. He's not getting hip tossed, but he's just a punching bag right now.
Yeah, it's the stamina. The stamina doesn't have to be hitting the nearest end of point to be considered fast or whatever stupid stuff people like to say. It's the fact that he's nailing him every single time that he's recovering, and that's why. That is why this advantage right now is why he's able to strike. He can strike a little bit looser. It's going to take a miracle for PapaDoc, but at this point, I think the fight is going to be done, and Trickzzy pulls away with a victory in the main event versus PapaDoc. Well done by Trickzzy. Set up the body kicks really well. Had some adversity. He got knocked down, but Doc was unable to hold him, and that was the difference. I said, whoever gets top position first, like actual top position first, is going to win. The first person that did that was actually Trickzzy, and Trickzzy was able to sap away with some good groundwork on the body. Doc started out a little bit too hot, like Kid Icarus went up into the sky and came crashing down, and Trickzzy pulls away with a nice victory with the champion, Islam Makhachev.
Yeah, wow, he looked really good, and he faced a little bit of adversity early. PapaDoc started that fight off so well, rocked him, took him down in the first round, did it again in the second round, but then it was those body kicks that you mentioned, Romero, that started opening up the can of worms for PapaDoc, and then from there it just seemed like Trickzzy was able to unload and let loose his combinations that he's notorious for, and he looked real dangerous out there. He looked fast as lightning, and I can't wait to see him in the future when we start getting into the real
Numbered
events
cards.
and we get through the numbered cards. I can't wait to see, you know, how things shake up at the top, because there's so many players coming back to UFC 6 because it's such a great game, and it's just amazing to see the old blend with the new, and amazing stuff.
Yeah. I mean, round 2 was close, but yeah, Trickzzy, I'm surprised they didn't give him a 10-8 that third round, but they had us a 10-9. I guess Doc landed enough on the feet, but doesn't matter. He got the finish. And yeah, that was great work. And we saw clash of styles. We saw pot shotting off the back foot. We saw some pressure have some success. We had body kicks. I mean, body kicks, I think, was like the story of this entire card. Like, everybody was body kicking pretty well. But the investment, you saw Muay Thai Jesus invested in the legs, invested in the body, pays off in the later rounds. You saw Trickzzy invested in the body, landed some short shots, didn't overextend. One guy blew his load. You know, he threw his stamina, and it costed him in those later rounds. And we're seeing the difference between 3-rounders and 5-rounders. And if you're a guy who's trying to get that title belt, you're trying to become an ESFL champion like a lot of the other guys who competed, you gotta know how to compete in those 5-round fights. Because 3 rounds, it's 3 rounds. 5 rounds, whole different ball game.
That's right. Very true. And an amazing event. Before we go, guys, a couple of things that I just want to mention. Make sure that you guys go to the ESFL on YouTube. You get to watch the games play at the highest level. Keep up to date with the ESFL news, analysts, and highlights. Dive into the legendary ESFL archive. Also, we have signups for June 28th and July 3rd if you want to get involved and sign up for the Esports Fight League. We have the ESFL Revolution, Romero, July 3rd, 2 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. London. It's going to be the USA versus UK. Represent your nation. Sign up now in the ESFL Discord. It's at ESFL Gaming. And then also, if you want to sign up for the July 3rd card, go ahead and do so. And yeah, Romero, any final thoughts? It was a pleasure to pick your brain here. I've learned a lot. The audience has I've learned a lot. It's always a pleasure to have you here in this Esports Fight League as a commentator, my brother.
Man, it's always fun, bro. Like, you commentated my fights, commentating alongside you is always fun. Y'all pulled me out the booth. Y'all pulled me out from the retirement booth. Like, I did the main event with Zayaf, and then you guys hit me up. You guys put out the bat signal, say, hey, we need a commentator. I said, well, Rob, let's do it, bro. Let's do it.
Let's go.
So, it's fun to watch. Like, I think, like we said before, with 5, like, you could kind of like be like, after like 3 or 4 fights in, outside of the main event, you could be like, all right, I kind of see where this is going. But here, I'm like, dude, like, there's some like good surprises, good game plans, different like strategies and attempts, and I really like to see that. And it was really cool to see, and a lot of guys down. You know, you saw Muay Thai, you saw Trickzzy just now, you saw Pry, you saw Word Life, like all the guys that won, and even the guys that lost, they were still doing things that was going pretty good for them, but little mistakes cost them. So win or lose, it's a fun card. You get to showcase your skills in front of a lot of people, and you can only get better from there. So don't take it as a loss that's going to be too hard. Take it as an opportunity to learn, and I think this has been a great card for all the competitors involved, and it was a pleasure to watch.
Yes, sir. And anything else as far as like the future update coming out that maybe just something quick you want to mention? I know there's going to be some adjustments coming soon, and I know you're pretty well versed.
I think we're going to have some adjustments to some whips and whatnot. Mainly for like the punches. I think that's where they're going to be looking to go, because the tax on down is good for like the kicks. It's the punches that definitely need more of an adjustment. A couple exploits I ain't going to say on here that I know some fuckers
no problem.
But what I will say is that a couple of those will be adjusted, and I'm looking to see. I won't be able to compete that card because I'm going to be up coaching some wrestling around that time, but I will be watching, and I will be taking my notes and keep my eye on the competition.
And some flow state changes, right? You're able to turn off the AI, or the screen, or switch the overlay, and which is pretty exciting. We won, guys. So
we won. We told EA, hey, we don't need to turn Super Saiyan 3 every single time we hit our flow state.
Please no. Please no.
I'm glad that they're gonna give us the option to turn it off. Turn it off. So that's real cool too. So remember, guys, the first 6 to 8 months is super important with the EA UFC side. Every game series has a series of patches. If you guys have an exploit or a bug or anything that looks wonky, send it over to me on Twitter at aromeroxvii, and then I will forward that over to the devs. If you're not in my Discord, next time I'm streaming, I'll drop my Discord over on the YouTube side of things. And what I want to help out this community as much as, you know, you guys want to play the game. So allow me to help you guys by just sending me the stuff that you guys find, and I'll forward it over to the devs.
Yeah, it's so amazing. It seems like this community, this game is on fire. Finally, UFC 6 is giving us some real hope. So make sure you tell your friends about it, and keep tuning into these ESFL events as the pro scene grows. There's so many cool organizations, Mellows, Prime Time. You got Nas running tournaments. You got tips and trick videos from Romero, Pryoxis. It's just, the scene is blowing up right now. So yeah, without further ado though, I hope you guys had a great time. Romero had a good time with you. I'll be streaming after this if you want to come by. Seems like they're gonna raid me. I'll see you guys there. But yeah, good show, Romero. Take care, everybody, and see you next time.
Adios.